Hi, hi, hi.
Oh fuck! That's all.
Broadcast is now live. That's what it says.
Oh, we live? We
We are
live.
live. Ultra low latency selected. Let's go.
Hell
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
man! Hell yeah!
It's good to be back, y'all. Good to be back.
It's so good to be back. We're gonna have
So good.
Yeah,
so
one
many
week.
people tuning in. It's gonna be amazing.
I know at
it.
least. I know at least.
We're gonna have 111% of people showing up. It's gonna be awesome.
We are the real one.
Hell
This is
yeah,
the real
real,
me.
real.
daily
Hell yeah.
affirmations.
Real talk, real heat. No clowns.
No
No
clown.
clown.
You're-
No clown. What are we doing here then?
No clown.
Yeah, man.
Kelsey
Hey, Kelsey,
says,
Hey,
What's up?
Kelsey.
"Hey guys,
Hey,
What's
Kelsey,
up?
what up,
what's
man?
I just wanna take a moment
off.
of silence of Kirstie Alley passed away this week, so
Oh yeah.
just a moment of silence for her and her family.
All right,
Support the love, send out good vibes.
Mm-hmm. Good vibes. Good vibes.
A lot of things
Good
happen.
vibes.
Yeah. Also, Coco Bear is coming out, which I can't actually say the real name for it, but it's Coco Bear. It's about a bear that ate cocoa and go crazy.
Oh yeah.
Coco.
That trailer just dropped, so
Hey
check
Chloe,
that
what's
out.
up?
I haven't seen that yet.
What's
Hey,
up, Chloe?
Chloe.
There,
How's it
there's
going?
two of the three. There's two of the three.
Who was the third?
Who's the third?
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if they show up.
Probably not.
Ooh, guest star, celebrity.
Celebrities.
Gotta be careful with fizzing, though. That boy might be
Gotta be
like, "Hey, you
careful with that
want to
guy."
be my movie?"
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Almost get me fired, jackass.
Yeah. We didn't even watch the trailer, man. We missed out.
Yeah,
What
you guys.
trailer?
Would have been dope.
What
We can do it
trailer?
right now, live.
It's can we though?
I don't know,
Is that
probably
illegal?
not.
What? We can do a screen share on the. What,
we
what do
we,
you
we start off
call it?
strong and get this live. We lose the live
Coco
feature
Bear,
because
man.
it's
Coco
copyright.
Bear.
Cocoa Bear.
Cocoa Bear, yeah,
I don't
man.
even know what Cocoa Bear is.
It's chocolate. Worst case, we
7-hour
get flagged
drive.
and block.
That's
No,
a
worst
long
case, we
drive,
lose
Kelsey.
our
Hopefully
live
it was
stream
worth it.
feature. Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Worst case is we
Let's
lose
watch
our
it.
live stream feature.
So
My all that
worst
fiasco. Shit's
worst
fucking
case,
stupid.
we lose everything.
We lose it. We get
It's not like
demonetized.
people's tuning in anyways.
Yeah,
Hey, we
man.
got two.
we got
Oh,
two out of
we got-
46,000.
Have our subscribers gone down?
That's,
Will
I
the,
How much?
I don't
will
know,
the
that's
people
some-
on-
that's
will
some
the people in the
terrible
chat be able to
ratio,
watch this
though.
trailer with us?
That's 47.
I mean, only if I do a screen sharing. So
Oh.
Yeah, man. Let's booby it.
hold on, let me What
I don't even
was
know what that
the
inside joke mean, man.
what trailer are we watching?
Me?
I
Coco
don't even
Bear.
know.
Yeah, I do know what it means.
Yeah, man. He reads the chat sometimes.
We talked
No,
about it
not
last
him.
week.
For everybody else.
No,
Oh,
no, they don't need to know.
well,
It's
they're
for
about
us.
to be surprised.
It's for us to laugh about.
Yes, Kelsey. That's the
yeah,
thing.
I have seen. Yeah, it looks creepy. Winnie
gonna
the
be
Pooh
good.
is a serial killer.
Scary stuff, man. Scary
Well,
stuff.
that's the kid fault for leaving him behind. So
Yeah,
he
man.
deserved that. That's on
And
him.
Don't take the man's
Christopher
time either.
Robin's a douche.
Yep.
Leave-
you
leave.
leave imaginary friends behind or animals behind. They're gonna mess you up.
They get
Hey,
people
you
violent.
guys want to see special sneak preview of what I got Mrs. Monkey for Christmas?
No, I'm just
Isn't
kidding.
that is that
I
legal?
don't know.
What if she sees
What
it?
do you mean?
Yeah. Is that
Of course it's
legal? Why? you
legal. What the
Well,
hell?
what if she sees it and then she's like, "Oh, I know what that douchebag got
She
me."
doesn't watch us.
Okay.
Damn sad.
So these are like
Why don't we know what that is? Oh, it's
Ponchos?
slippers.
Slipper.
Right.
Oh, totally.
Ponchos.
But
The
wait,
fuck?
ponchos
That wasn't
for a
ponchos.
baby? No, but they're not just slippers. You pop these things in the microwave for like 30 seconds, and they have they warm up, so they
What?
get like super warm.
That's
Are you
unheard
sure it's
of.
not gonna explode like
I'm sure.
bears?
That what?
Microwave? Man, that thing
Yeah.
putting radiation in your feet, baby. Let's
You put
go.
it- Oh, whatever.
She's gonna have
And
6
then-
toes by the end of it.
How do you know she doesn't? You don't know what her feet look like.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah,
That's
you know.
true. What's this?
She's really into the Aurora Borealis.
Hell yeah!
Oh, that's
So
that's
this
up
is
King
like-
Is that
Hill.
gonna do the whole illumination of the room? Awesome.
Yep.
Oh, that's
That's
dope.
cool.
And then
It's pretty
she's
sick.
now she doesn't. I mean, she drinks coffee, but that's not what this is for. So she grinds a lot of her own spices for like
Oh, that's
food
cool.
and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
So
works.
instead of doing it by hand, she can use
Mhm.
it by that. So
Yeah.
That's
It's
nice.
just-
That's nice.
that's just a couple things. But there you go. There's your preview of Ms. Monkey's Christmas.
Good shit.
Sweet.
Hey, so what do you get me for Christmas?
You want a pistachio? I'll give you a pistachio.
What do you
One,
guys
that,
do?
one
You
is
guys-
already
one.
one is
I
already
want to use
used.
one.
one
Use one
used.
already.
Oh, okay.
One's
Yeah, here's
in.
a used one. Here
Oh
we
man.
go.
Oh, it's two. That's a
No,
nut sack.
no, it's empty. It's empty. See, it's empty.
Call
Let's
me
see, a
empty nut.
privileged white guy giving Asian guy used pistachio nuts. That's
You just give them the shells. Oh, this
that's
is
the
racist.
reality of the world right there.
Let's cancel this, man. Let's bring this up in Twitter.
Oh man, yeah. The Santa Claus and that one looks pretty good. The violence.
Yeah,
Violent
I can
Night.
do screen sharing on the trailer, but the problem is our mic is going to be echoed because the sound's coming up from the same system.
So,
so
we
we-
can just not talk
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could just not talk. Let's just not talk until the end of the movie.
until the
Alright.
end of the movie.
Trailer.
We ain't watching no movie.
All right, let's
Here we
That's
go,
fine.
guys. Here we go,
Alright.
guys.
Here we
Get
go.
hype.
Watch this. Watch this.
Get hype.
Watch this. Watch this. Fail.
What are we watching now?
Yeah, where are we watching?
Oh, okay,
Oh.
got it. There we go.
We're,
Coco.
we're so
Coco.
Coco
Bear.
Bear. Here we go. Coco
Let's
Bear.
go.
Yes, Kelsey.
Can you guys hear the
man.
audio?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Audio's fine. Oh, he's jacked up. I'd do the
Don't
same.
talk. Don't talk. No echo.
Beth, we should go.
Millions of dollars worth of cocaine fell from the sky this morning in Knoxville, Tennessee.
There's more of this out there. They dumped it somewhere.
I'm looking for my daughter.
Forest is a dangerous place.
Hey, Henry, check it out. Something got into it. A deer, maybe.
A lot of cocaine was lost. I need you.
Ray Liotta.
That bear's nuts.
Don't eat that. Don't eat that.
Let's see
Oh
what
my
kind
God.
of effect that has on the bear. It fucking did cocaine. A bear did cocaine.
Everywhere.
A bear?
It was far.
Hey, that's inappropriate.
Oh, yeah, it's messed.
Oh no.
You're safe. Bears can't climb trees.
Of course I can.
Baby. Oh, shit.
It kind of seems like the thing that stays with the man forever.
Apex predator. High on cocaine.
Out of its mind.
Damn.
Well, that guy didn't make it.
That guy didn't make
Man,
it.
you fucked.
Oh, yeah. Damn right.
Shoot it, man!
Higher, baby. And don't ever come down.
We have such good luck in nature.
That ain't it.
That ain't it.
Get in line.
Oh, that's
How-
luck for sure.
First of all, how did they even get away with titling that movie like that? Is that even legal?
Yeah.
Because isn't that a substance, an illegal substance?
It's just a
Oh
title.
yeah, it's very illegal. But
So how is it legal for them to call
there's energy drinks called liquid cocaine. There's
That's
I
true.
mean, you know, there's all kinds of. You can
Just
go
a name,
to.
as long as it doesn't contain the real substance, you know.
I like
Which,
that.
no,
YouTube's
that-
like, heads up, there's containing copyright material in your live stream.
GG, YouTube knows, man.
Are we still live?
You still alive.
Anybody out there?
No one said anything in the comment section, so we're assuming that we're
look,
live.
it looks-
Are we still
Well,
live?
Kelsey
guys?
said something. Yeah.
Are we?
Oh,
Well, I mean,
I-
talking to the chat. Are we still live?
We're still
Yep.
live, dog. Chill.
Vincent says yes.
Sweet.
We're not canceled yet.
Yeah, we Gucci.
So what do you think, Monkey? I think I'm gonna go watch it. It's up my alley, like Snake on a Plane, that type of stuff. I love that stuff.
Yeah, except Snakes on a Plane wasn't based off a true story. This one is.
Right.
So that makes it better. It's basically a historical documentary at this point.
Coco will mess you up.
Yep.
It'll mess you up. Stick to chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Like Cocoa Puffs.
Ooh, Cocoa Puffs is good. I like Cocoa Puffs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was the trailer of
Heads
a
up,
movie.
you take the copyright audio and video. On your
Looks like a
screen.
fun video or a fun movie though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks definitely doesn't take itself too seriously.
Hey, good
Hey,
afternoon.
good afternoon.
How's it going? Is it Aron Suasdaya or what is it right now? I don't know how to say it properly.
Good afternoon.
Is that good morning? I don't remember. Let me know.
For, I believe it's 12:15 p.m. for them from Cambodia, right? 12:15, 12.
How's the weather in Cambodia? Pretty good. What are we
Why does
talking
it
about? Real
sound-
talk?
Why does it sound so gross when you eat?
Because he's gross.
He does that. He does that. Yeah, 12:15
He
p.m. Yeah.
does, he
12:15.
does that.
You
So
should hear
just-
me when I poop, dog.
No
Oh,
thanks.
man, you don't hear that.
It's
That's,
like,
There-
it's
there's
like
a
a
lot of-
jungle. It's like a jungle fever in there.
that's gross. That's
There's a
worse
lot-
than Cocoa Bear.
There's a lot of there's a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
noises you make that I don't want to hear about.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I make,
I don't,
this,
I don't
this
want,
man make
I don't
noises
want that
every
origin
night.
story.
Just see him when I'm wearing a VR headset. Ooh.
No. Those
When the
games
door-
are pretty intense.
When the door is closed, do not open. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, unless you're up for a surprise.
Arms might flare out and hit you in the face. That's all I'm saying.
Just hope that's the only thing that's hit you in the face.
Oh my god. Where's my
What?
blanket? Where's my
Hold on,
blanket?
hold on.
Why do you need a blanket?
I thought this, the title of this podcast, No Clowns, right?
No.
Yeah, man,
Wow.
real talk. Real talk.
Yeah.
Let's real talk.
No,
Let's get the real
Knock
talk
it off,
talking.
Eisen.
But this is
What
real
is the
talk.
real talk?
What? Who said I had real talk? You just want to hear me talk shit about the world?
We
Is
don't
that
have
the real
enough
talk?
time for that. That's too much.
I mean,
Mm.
tell about your stupid story today.
All right, let's get that over with. So, stupid
Yes,
story
please.
today. Crisis Core, the Final Fantasy brand new game, coming out next week. Free promo for you, Square Enix. Yeah, so it's coming out. I pre-ordered it since February of this year, but then Amazon sent me a code, and I accidentally delete the code.
Because
Don't
Jack
know
got
what the
deleted
code
the
was.
pre-order code.
So what I did was I canceled the one that I bought in February, and I pre-ordered again today. But because I pre-ordered late now, so it's not going to come until the 20th instead of the 13th. It's arriving on the 20th. But they did send me another code, but turns out the code is just for some filler stuff that's not even needed, in my opinion. So therefore, I did all that for nothing just to get it delayed. So yeah.
Yeah.
That is the quintessential mean story right there.
It's not the only story. There was a time where you bought a PS4 game, a physical PS4, and hoping to get a free upgrade for PS5.
Oh,
But
yeah.
You gotta
Oh
pay
yeah,
$10
tell about
for that
that
shit.
too.
Yeah, so
Because
So
Jack
Black
I thought he
Christmas?
was smart.
Black Christmas, Black Friday.
At Christmas.
Black Christmas is this movie, just so
Yeah,
you
so
guys
that's
are
the movie.
wondering. No, Black Friday, was it Gran Turismo 7 was on sale? Like the PS5 version was like $39.99 and the PS4 version was $29.99. So I was like, oh, $10 difference. That's great. I'm going to get the PS4 and it's just going to upgrade to PS5. Pop it in my PS5. It says, nah, bro, you got to pay extra $10 for the PS5 version. So therefore, if I would have paid for the PS5 version, it would be the same cost, but I would have the PS5 version title. Now I'm stuck with the PS4 version, and I have to pay the extra $10.
So now he's stuck with a physical PS4 version, like an idiot. And I feel like we've been
Good
talking
night,
about this
Kelsey.
too. Is like a lot of the PS4 or
That's some-
PS5 games
Look at
and
this.
stuff. It's
It's some bullshit, Sony.
free upgrades are.
Look,
No, the
PS5
free-
upgrade available. I guess
The
it
free
didn't say
upgrade is
free.
for
It's not free.
The free upgrade is for everything else, but most of the Sony exclusive, like the first party title,
That's some
first party
bullshit.
title, they add a little
There's a
extra
fee.
cost to it.
Okay, Kelsey, have a good night.
Yeah, man, you got that
I'm gonna go
Sony
to bed
fee.
because
you
I
know?
got to work tomorrow. But y'all have a good night.
Ah,
and
cool.
remember that y'all
Peace.
make people happy.
Right,
It's
Kelsey?
okay not to be okay all the time.
Thanks
Peace.
thanks for checking us out for briefly.
Peace. I make
later.
people happy.
We
We
make
do.
people happy. Because, okay, done with my storyline. Let's go to the real talk.
Real
Let's
talk.
not waste any more time.
Okay.
What is the real talk? What's the topic?
I don't know. I'm just here for
Dism,
legitimacy.
type a title and we'll go off of that.
He already typed a title.
Did he?
Oh, you
Real
want to
talk,
talk? You
real
want to talk?
heat,
You want to
no
talk about
clown.
Willow? We got shit
Let's
to
talk about Willow.
that.
Let's talk about Willow.
Okay,
never
spoiler
watched
alert
this,
because
so-
I haven't.
No
watched it
spoiler alert. We don't do spoiler.
no
we don't
spoiler
need to.
alert.
We're not like you.
Damn.
So
Damn, that's
Willow.
real talk. Man, he's throwing insults. I ain't talking
yet. Hey,
about
let's
plot.
talk about Chainsaw Man, but let's not talk about Chainsaw
Yeah,
Man.
exactly.
Okay. Whatever. Shut your mouth. All right.
Okay,
Okay, so we're
we're
talking about the
anti-woke
bullshit
shit?
people.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
No.
Willow trailer pops out. The show got 3 episodes in this on Disney Plus right now. If you search on the internet for or
you don't
YouTube
even have to search.
for anything,
You just type in Willow, and there'll be like a ton of reaction videos
it'll be
saying,
like,
"Oh, this
Willow
show
is
sucks.
woke.
This show
This
is
show
woke.
sucks.
This
It's
show
too
is
woke."
woke.
Or
woke this, woke that."
Yeah,
So pop up Fizz and title just so everybody can see the headline of what we're talking about here. Monkey didn't even read. Read that, Monkey. Read that. I want you to
We're talking
read that.
about BS woke anti-work BS.
Yeah. So
anti-woke BS. And anyways, so there's this
Yeah.
group of people.
I just read.
Hold
You
on.
just told me
Just to be
read.
clear, both sides suck ass.
Suck
just to be
ass.
clear, right?
Exactly,
So we
suck
have one
ass.
side that's whatever it is they do, like oh, this is racist, that's sexist, that's misogynistic. And then you have the other side that's like, oh, this shit is woke. That's woke. That shit is woke. That shit is woke. Both side trash.
Both sides has hate goggles on.
Both
Yeah,
sides has their
both
hate
sides are hate
goggles on.
Look, it's like this. I'll just break it down to you. One side will look for anything that's racist or whatever that's in their mind and opinion, while the other side will look for the exact same thing but the opposite. Like, oh, that's this, that's that, that's that. So both sides has an agenda clearly. You can put in a dumb. For example, I'm just gonna use isolated, the movie that we do. Isolated as
Yeah.
I'm going to use isolated as a thing to measure it. So the woke community would look at it and be like, "Wow, this is so epic and so awesome," because first of all, the two guys in the house, they're actually married couple because the main MC has a ring on his finger and there's no female there. So those two guys, and it's isolated because he's isolated from his partner on the outside, which is a zombie, and there's a door dividing that they can't get in. So that is so epic. So the woke community will see that and be like, "Wow, this is amazing. It's never been done," right?
And then,
This is-
and then
this
the
is
other
inclusive.
side.
And then the other one, the other inclusion people, or the anti-woke people,
Anti-woke.
like, we're watching like, "Oh, this is too woke. Two guys live in the house with a ring. Oh, that's woke. I can't watch this shit. That's woke." But here's the reality of it.
the reality
It's,
is
it's nothing. It was just
None
dumb
of
planning
that.
that he has a
The reality is
ring.
none
That's
of
all
that.
there is to it.
So, anyways, they say Willow, the show Willow is woke, but it's not. We saw 3 episodes of it. Okay, there's one scene where a girl kissing another girl,
Ooh.
but it's just a friend. It's a friend. They're not even
It's
in
a
a
friend
relationship.
kissing. She said goodbye, and she kissed her on the lip
she
real
said
quick, and
goodbye
then she
to her
left.
friend
That's
because
it.
before she will leave to go out on a journey, and then that's it. That's it.
That's it.
Literally just 4 seconds. That's it. But oh my god, that is so woke. We gotta cancel this damn show because it's so woke, so stupid. Man. And
It
then
make no sense.
so the journey. I'm
Misty?
just gonna skip to the journey part. The journey. So there's like, how is it? So if this was truly a woke show, the princess would be a Mirasu characters, superpower, OP, can do everything she wants. That's not the case here. Not the case at all. She get her ass whooped every single time.
And most likely she would look like a dude with blue hair and armpit that's also blue.
Yeah, that's
I'm
woke.
just throwing it out there because I live in that world. Or
Yeah,
that,
in that world.
city, country, or whatever.
It's something. I don't know. Tent. We live in
but-
that tent.
Yeah.
Right. The original Willow is about people protecting a magic baby. This one is about that magic baby grown up.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's-
That's
so
the story.
I don't know why people
No,
are
well,
bitching and
I
complaining.
do.
That's it.
I do because I'm not saying it's right, and it's 100% what you're saying is like people are just because let's admit to the effect that Disney has been injecting
Yes,
woke stuff,
there
right?
is. Yes,
There's a-
but
so
this show is
now-
not it. This show,
right. But it's just like you said, it's the hate blinders. Now anything
they have
that
their hate
Disney
goggles
puts
on, so
out-
everything they see
Exactly.
from Disney is automatically woke.
Right. No, like, okay. Endgame, favorite movie of all time. That's definitely number one for me. People, it's the same anti-woke community, right? There was the scene where it like shows all the female characters.
Love you too,
Right?
Misty. Yep.
And so they show the all the female characters, right? And people were like, "Oh, that's so woke. That's so this. That's so that." I'm like, I'm not into the woke stuff, but that didn't bother me. It was like it was just show like
It's just a.
But-
it's, I
but
don't
those
know.
are the people that are saying Willow is woke are the same people that gripe and complain about that scene in Endgame, and I'm like, that was nothing to complain about. Like,
Oh yeah, I remember that scene. in Endgame.
So in the
Like,
original
cool.
Willow movie, the MacGuffin in that movie is the baby. In the Willow show, that baby grew up.
And that baby's cute. I like her.
Yes, the baby grew up,
that's
No, in the show.
weird.
In the
That's
show.
weird.
and
That's
she's
weird, that's weird.
she's fulfilling her destiny, and they're on a quest, they're on a journey. So it's a
Hey, I
pretty
just went
good,
woke.
it's a pretty good fantasy show, but
Yeah,
it's not getting the love that it should get. That's
No,
that's
it
the problem.
supposedly right now it's I don't know, all the haters are saying it's the lowest rating show on Disney, blah, blah, blah. Here's what I don't get.
And they
like,
celebrate too because those anti-woke people do.
just 3 episodes in, that show got covered so much, right? Like other shows like snail pace, and they're praising those shows. It's like I don't understand the U.S. audience sometimes with their pacing. I like fast-paced show. I don't care if you don't get it. I don't care if your
I
brain
don't
is
like
too stupid
shows
that you
I
don't
like
that
get
shows
it.
that get
Right.
to the point. You know?
I don't like shows that just drag out all and things that could have been done in one episode. They drag it out to like 3 or 4 episodes. I don't like those type of shows.
Worst case, you drag it to 10 episodes. So, like one episode of story, they drag it to 10 episodes. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
No,
So you're
the,
just
the,
dragging shit out.
the thing that's really lame is like the world we live in right now. It's like people don't like have their own opinion anymore. They have to watch reactors and viewers on YouTube or
that's
social
us.
on social media or whatever to talk about stuff. So like most of them haven't even watched the show or give any show a chance. As long as they have, if they're on the anti-woke side, if their celebrity YouTubers say, "Oh, that show, don't watch it, it's crap," they'll automatically, "Yeah, I haven't
And the
watched
oth-
that show yet,
and the
but
other
this
side
dude
does the
says
exact
it's
same.
garbage. Yeah.
Like
And the
they'll
other side does
type,
the
type
exact
and paste
same.
the
they use
exact
them as a
same thing."
reference. you
Yep.
know?
Well,
Like,
Well,
oh, this person
so-
say it sucks. It sucks.
It's like there's no middle ground with these
There's no
people.
middle
It's just-
ground. There's like you can't
there's-
enjoy media for what it is anymore. It's like
You have one side
Everybody
with their own
has-
hate goggles, and
Dude,
then
you
the
can't-
other side with their own hate goggles, and they're just
You can't even enjoy
hating,
shit.
hating
Like,
everything.
There's
You can't
hate
enjoy,
goggles
you
on
can't
both
enjoy
sides.
shit.
Far
Yeah.
in on this side, far into the other side. It's just garbage, both sides.
the thing that's sad though is like those people are making money off YouTube though. So each side is actually making money. That's why there's
is why they keep doing it.
division.
That's why there's no middle ground.
Yeah, because
You ain't gonna
everybody
make
wants
shit.
everybody wants to hate everybody,
Yeah,
and nobody ever talks about that. It's like what it comes down to it. Yeah, you have your opinion. I respect that. I'm not gonna say your opinion is right or wrong. All I'm saying is that at the same time, you're making money off of that. You're making banks off of that. So
Yeah, all that school
money will
drama
influence you.
BS.
Money will influence you to do more. Like our stupid shitty ass channel. Like we react to
Shitty ass
K-pop. We don't get any money or funding, but the number of view count goes up. So then we keep watching the same crap that most likely I don't even give a shit about anymore. So I'm still faking my ass watching it.
still faking my ass. That's real
and then people's not even watching it anymore. So I'm like, what the fuck am I doing this for?
Pay
It's
attention to the
pointless.
reflection on his glasses, and you'll know.
Yeah.
I know. The man's like, yeah, this is cool video. It's fucking still shot. Goes paid on his glasses and shit.
That's what it comes down to, it man. It's like the more you get view counts, it's like addicts. The more you get stuff, the more you want to do more stuff. So even if you start off hating a specific movie, legitly woke movie, let's say you really hate it, and it's really legitly what it is, that's fine. But then when you're seeing all this hit and money coming in, you're like, you know what? I'm going to find every little detail in every movie that could be that, and now I'm going to make more profit out of it.
Yeah,
And
now
what
It
you're
could be
just-
that way too. I'm not
now
saying
you're
everybody's
milking
that
it,
way,
too.
but there are YouTubers channel that do that
Yeah.
for the profits.
And
Yeah, milk
the
it.
And I don't
thing
think
is,
that's right.
the thing is that sometimes a trailer just drop a trailer, like the show hasn't even like air yet, and they already jump into conclusion and what that show is gonna be like if it's woke or not woke. It's like, bro, should Hollywood remake Scarface?
Scarface.
Oh man,
remake.
That's
Scarface.
no, I don't want
Hello,
to.
my little friend.
I don't know. Hollywood these days might ruin a lot of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hollywood, a lot of times nowadays, is just they're producing crap, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean-
nothing in Hollywood interests me,
Because
really.
most of the writer right now in Hollywood, some of them, all the new writers, they're mostly agenda driven, and they're pretty much activist writers.
Yeah, it depends
Yeah.
on their approach. That's what
Yeah.
Fizzin
What
said.
is the approach? Yeah.
Depends on their approach. Yeah.
West Side.
People say
West Side
West
Story.
Side's
It
West
did
Side.
get a remake, just like last year, didn't it?
Yeah, it
Got
did.
it,
But
got it,
but
got
read
it.
what Fizzin's saying. He thinks the original's crap, so a remake for him is fine.
Yeah.
So it depends on
but
it
did
depends
get a
on.
remake.
That's what he's saying. He's
Yeah,
just
so
saying.
the point
That's
he's trying
the
to say
point.
is that sometimes crappy stuff may
Oh,
get
needs
better.
it.
May need a remake to get better,
Bro.
or something.
Yeah, think about this. Like,
I don't know.
there's,
But I
there's
haven't
always
seen
room
it.
for improvement for whatever shit is we're talking about, right? Or whatever is out there. Like, if there's a crappy movie and someone wants to remake it, someone can actually improve on it.
Yeah.
You know? It's not always the case. Sometimes they make it even more shitty. But yeah,
I mean,
it all depends. It's how you deal with it. Learn to read, white man.
Nope. My eyes are too open. I can't.
white man should come
yeah,
back.
my
out.
eyes is closed.
White
I
man
can't
should come
see
back
shit.
out
But
and say,
don't you
learn to
agree
spell,
though, Monkey? Going
because-
back to the subject of what we were talking about, like nobody thinks for their self anymore. So like if their
Uh-huh.
inner circle is not approving of one
Every-
thing, they will
Right.
just type and paste whatever their
They just got or the original ideas. Well, because original ideas aren't welcome anymore. Like
Right.
people. I mean, we're talking about Hollywood. Hollywood just keeps remaking stuff, whether it's deserved, like West Side Story, or not. They just keep remaking crap. Sometimes just like less than a year after it came out. It's like there's
Well,
just no
if-
original thought. There's no original stories.
Because original
Well-
thoughts are looked down upon. You talk.
well.
How do I explain this?
It's,
Like, you
most
speak
people,
your mind
most
or you
people are in
express
an echo
yourself.
chamber right now. They find what they agree with, and they just
Yeah.
stick to that, and then they go based off whatever that
There you
side
go.
of
Fizzin
it,
said it better than
whatever
me.
their side is.
He said no one
saying.
cares about original stories anymore because it's harder to sell because people don't like giving chances.
Right. Right.
You know
As
what?
remakes or sequels, I don't mind.
What it is we live in the chill generation, and if you guys don't know what chill is, just go watch Landa Joe music video. He'll explain it very well what Joe is.
Exactly.
Hey, shout
The
So if-
original.
Yeah,
Joe
so
Part One.
so
Original.
so
Fucking
basically,
suck.
like, if you're not, people tune in to watch their dumb celebrity on YouTube. Okay, straight up. If that dumb celebrity person watch a dumbass show and say, "Oh, that's the best thing since sliced bread," those people will go and say, "Yes, that's the best thing since sliced bread."
Those people will
but you
follow
could
suit
have
and
like
nothing's-
But you could have like the coolest movie ever, and you're the only one who appreciate it, and everybody else will hate it. You get no saying in the table. It's like
And also, it depends on the
No, 'cause you
times
get
as
shitted
well.
on.
Like sometimes a movie comes out and everybody hates it. It's trash. It didn't make any
Yep.
money. It's a flop. Years later, it become a stupid trend, right? And then
it's
all
a
of a
trend.
sudden, it's hit, and everybody like it. Like,
it's
where were
that's
you?
what it is. It's a
Where were you
trend.
back then?
Yeah, they actually
just-
like they went in for themselves and they watched it and they're like, huh, it's actually not bad. It's actually pretty good. Well, you spent the
it's not-
years,
no,
months
I'm not
talking
just talking
shit
about
it.
that. I'm talking about like the whole trending. Like, for example, let's take Among Us for example. That game came out as a flop. It's a dud. No one played that shit. No one. But then
Exactly.
some stream influencer plays it, trend it, and everybody just follow. So basically, it's just trend. It's
You need
sometimes-
someone that's trendy, already trendy, to make something else
Yeah.
trend. Like if I was, let's say I'm like super famous, right? I have like 10 million.
Yeah, I
10
will
million
play some
subscribers.
shitty stuff that no
I
one
can
cares
play-
about. All of a sudden, everybody starts to care about it.
I can play like the most absolute garbage of a game and recommend it to everyone. 10 million of my subscribers are gonna follow,
And
see me
everybody's
play
just
that
following.
shit.
And then every other streamer is
And
just
then that
gonna
company
follow
is
it.
gonna get hella ratings and like
This
revenue
whole
is gonna
trend
spike up, and then
following
they're gonna
shit is-
sponsor me, and then I get money. That's how it works in the world, man.
I agree. Or yeah, I think going back to the chat.
That's why
here just for a
that's why
second.
there's a term called influencer, because influencers influence people too.
To
Oh,
me,
let's go back to the
influencer are
chat
just
real
nude
quick.
girls. That's it.
Yeah, for
But
the spice.
that's from my perspective.
Yeah,
that's
man.
that's the type that I see.
All right, let's go back to the chat. But why are people? Okay, but why are people in tights who
Tights,
fly
Who Flies, the
the
stories,
stories audience on
They're talking about
mental
superhero
in
type.
today's box office?
They want to escape. They want to escape their real life because they have no direction and they're upset with their life, so they want to escape.
Yes, Mementos would
And
flop.
Would be a flop, yep.
Memento would flop, even though that's one of the most genius movies I've ever seen. I love that
It's,
movie.
it's
You
so
guys several
awesome. It's
references.
epic, that movie. How everything is reversed is it's awesome.
But
People wouldn't get
I
it.
think it would flop. I think it would flop today. I
Because
mean,
you got to use this. People today don't have much of this.
Think people.
they wanted it handed. They want the story handed to them. They want it to be obvious.
Yeah, they want the topics, or they want the whole like summary of the story and the plot fed to them, instead of
Spoon-fed.
someone just sitting, spoon fed, instead of them just sitting there and analyzing what's
See-
going on in front of them.
That and then Whisper says that rumor has it they're going to remake Memento. Why? Why? Leave it alone. There's certain
Because
movies
it's
you
for the
do-
next
you
generation. See,
remake.
that's
People, the next
thing, too.
generation
But
don't give a
it's
fuck about those
stupid. It's
stuff.
gonna
No,
be
no,
done
no,
now.
no, no. Here's what I'm saying. Like, every generation has a different opinion about movies. So each movie represent that generation of that time. So, for example, The Fly, the original Fly, the black and white one, it came out during, that era. So it suits perfectly well for that era. But then when Cronenberg and Jeff Goldblum, it was in the remake in the 80s, it fits into that time. The 80s is nasty, it's gruesome, it's gory, it's perfect for that era. So in this era, I don't understand this era because I'm not of that age.
The social
but-
media area
Even I don't
where people
understand
Right,
it, man.
right.
Follow
So
a
so
trend.
that movie is not meant for you. It's for the next generation. So that I think that's why Hollywood keeps. To be fair, I think that's why Hollywood keeps remaking movie. And I'm not defending them. I'm just saying that's what I'm seeing. It's for the next generation. So it's not technically for you. It's for them. Like, people wouldn't understand Memento like now if they maybe I don't know, just like black and white movie. Like, people don't like to watch black and white movie now. That's why there's remake with color. So it's like that.
Cricket.
I'm just
Oh,
reading.
we got. Let's see.
All right, let's read what Pearson said. I think original IP doesn't need a remake unless it's from a novel, etc. I don't see why original. Yes, I agree with that. Original IP don't really need remakes because it's not a story that you can be retell over and over with different perspective or different ideas. Like a book, you can do that, or a novel, you can do that.
Oh, he speaks.
Unless
Unless
it's a franchise, yeah.
It's a franchise.
Okay. Is there no incentive to show old movies for new gen in cinema? Don't the owner receive any money from that rather than? Well,
They do, but they're not as popular. Like,
Not necessarily.
Not
necessarily.
always.
Like Night of the Living Dead is public domain, so George A. Romero doesn't get anything from that movie.
sometimes in Hollywood is about making money and the studio pretty much own most of the stuff,
It
and
also
the
depends
original
on the
creator
ownership.
sometimes they lose the rights to it.
Yeah, it's all
So
about
they're
rights
not
and
really
contract.
It's
not
it's
really,
really
like for example, Sylvester Stallone lost the right to Rocky Balboa. So even though that's a character he made pretty much.
It's a legal
But
thing, and I think it's complicated.
He doesn't even get any royalty from the new Rocky movie. That's why he doesn't even care about the new Rocky movie.
Yeah.
There's
Or-
certain
That's why he's not in it
situation that remake is needed because like I mentioned, Night of the Living Dead, he didn't get any money, but the remake of that he gets money for it. So
Right.
so there's that situation too where the original you don't get money because of whatever issue it was back then when they made the movie, but then the remake, the director will actually get some profit out of it, gain some profit out of it. So there's that situation too.
that's a good question. Did Schindler's List benefit from being black and white? I think it made the one scene with the little girl's red coat where that was the only color in the whole movie. I think it really stood out. I think the black and white was very artistic and everything like that. And I don't know. I think my issue is when, like, let's take Night of the Living Dead, right? When it first came out in whenever it was in the black and white.
I think it's the 60s.
60s, I think. Yeah. And like special effects were nothing like they are these days. I don't mind something like Night of the Living Dead being remade with better looking zombies and all that kind of stuff, as long as the story stays the same. I don't mind that remake because it makes it better. But,
yeah, the remake is brilliant.
Whoa.
Tom Savini.
Like, for example, I do enjoy Day or
Night.
Or is it Day of the Dead? Day of the Living Dead?
Dawn of
The
the
one,
Dead?
the one with the one, or
No,
Dawn of the
Dawn,
Living
that's
Dead.
Dawn.
Dawn of the Yeah, I do enjoy Dawn of the Living Dead more than the old one. If you go back and watch the old Dawn of the Living Dead, it's not as fun or entertaining as the new one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But there's certain movies that just don't need to be redone, especially 6 months after they were released. You know, it's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's stupid.
I mean, for example, it would be hella stupid if they remake Infinity War right now.
They should.
Exactly.
They should remake it.
No,
what
why
are you
not?
gonna upgrade?
Get
what's
off my
the
channel.
perk?
Get off my channel.
To make Thanos skinny. That's the remake.
They need to change
Thanos is
swap him to a female, and they need to change him to blue instead of pink or whatever color he is.
Purple.
Purple. He's purple.
Purple.
Does oh yeah, like Inception, it makes 0 sense to remake it. It's a one-time deal. Exactly.
Yeah.
But if it's popular, Hollywood will remake it because they're stupid.
But the problem with remakes
makes zero
sometimes is
sense,
that
but it won't stop
the one in charge of the
No.
remake doesn't fully understand the original. So that's why when sometimes some remake is trash because they don't get the original concept at all. They lost that
sometimes-
original emotions and deep meaning of the original stuff.
Don't. All right, let's read Whisper and then let's read Fizzins. Should, for example, Tarantino have kept the Yakuza fight scene in Kill Bill in color, or was it better in black and white? It doesn't bother me color or not, to be honest. Yo, King Mean, let's remake Tenet.
The movie sucked.
I don't
I
talk
think-
about that movie.
Just talk that.
I think
That's too bad.
part of, I mean, sometimes there's reasons why movies are in black and white. Like, I think if Kill Bill, if that scene would have been in color, I don't know what kind of rating it would have got. You know,
Yeah, I think-
it probably would have been NC-17.
I think it was
Whereas
an
when they go black
artistic.
and white, it's
I think it was a
artistic
clever
decision.
artistic movement, also to save the rating as well, like you mentioned. I think I see that.
Yeah,
It's an artistic choice.
there was a lot of body parts and a lot of blood going everywhere through
But
there.
yeah, I agree. Somebody should remake Tenet and keep it under an hour. That would be good.
Hey,
Under
that's
an
our
hour.
style, man. Make a full-length movie under an hour. That's us, right
I mean,
there.
the whole movie doesn't make sense anyway, so let's just not make it less sense.
I don't even think I watched that one.
No, I bought it for
I skipped
whatever,
that
but-
one.
It took me
Of course
3
you did.
nights to finish it, man. 3 nights. I was like, God damn, this movie.
What was wrong with it? Boring? Stupid storyline?
I
Bad
just
acting?
think-
all the above, I
It's
guess.
not even that. The acting and stuff is fine. It's just the pacing. It's like, I don't understand. I get you try to be philosophical and deep and all that jazz, but I'm just
ain't
not
that
buying it.
Bad
I'm sorry,
acting,
if
bad
you're running
directing, bad
backward and
story, bad
shooting
pacing,
backward,
bad
I'm-
everything.
Whatever.
Running backward and shooting backward, whatever.
That's pretty much the whole movie. They just run backward and shoot backwards.
Everything is backwards.
Movie is nonsense. Why is it that Hollywood's unable to make a watchable Agent 47 movie? Is 47 a character that's unable to have a character arc in a feature? That's a good question.
Well, they only
Well,
have
well-
two. They only have 2 attempts, right?
Yeah, 2 attempts so far. It's
There's the remake that just came out, and
He's
then
bald and no one likes bald people.
No, that's 2,
Well-
man. There's only 2.
was it just 2? I thought
It's
they
just
did
2.
at least 2 with the old actor, and then they did 1 with the new guy. But maybe
That's
I'm
2.
wrong. I could be wrong. No,
That's 2.
It doesn't matter. But that
Numbers
goes.
are-
No. 2 with the old guy, 1 with the new. That would be 3, not 2. But I could be wrong. But
Okay.
They
that
have
goes
2 with
back
the
to
old guy. I don't even remember.
It's just 1.
Okay, I trust you
Whatever.
with your
Mandela
wall of
effect. We're all from
movies
different
back there.
realities. So it's all
Okay,
it's
but-
all-
Mandela.
That goes back to the age-old question of why can't Hollywood make decent superhero movies?
Only bald people. Yeah, man.
Bald guy right here. Nobody likes
Bald.
me.
Unless you're Vin Diesel. Yeah, man. It's all about family.
It's all about family.
Vin Diesel's a meme.
But yeah, no, they can't. I mean, look at how bad they screwed up the Resident Evil show that just came out. Look how bad they messed up the Resident Evil movies, the Silent Hill
Hey,
movies.
I like
Okay.
Alice. You get your hates off Alice, but
No, he's talking
okay,
about
Alice
he's
is
talking about the
cool.
new Resident Evil movie, the
Okay,
new one, the one
New,
that's
Don't-
Welcome to
yeah,
Raccoon
yeah.
City or whatever.
Let me have my Paul Anderson, please. Just
The one with
let
the
me have
one with
that.
the shitty Leon Kennedy. That
Yeah, I don't
one
like that
sucked.
one.
Yeah, that one's from straight from
That one sucked.
But
Taco
like
Bell.
they can't make good superhero movies. They can't make good video game. I mean, look at Super Mario Brothers. Good lord.
What? The live action?
Yeah, the live
Or-
action.
What are you talking about? Like,
What do
it
you
was
mean? What am I
good.
talking? Do not. No. We are not friends if you say that.
Dude, Monkey.
It's
We
good.
are not
Monkey
friends.
don't
I
understand
have
the
it- I have it on
Monkey don't
DVD,
understand the
man.
90s. The 90s is
Yeah,
all
I
about
do.
bad video game adaptation movies.
have you seen
I mean,
Bowser,
have you
man?
seen Double Dragon? Oh shit.
That
Double
was
Dragon
so
is the
bad.
best.
Although I do like the Mortal Kombat 90s better than the most recent Mortal Kombat.
I agree.
The first
I mean,
one
it's more
especially-
fun. It's more fun
It's
to
more
watch.
entertaining. More entertaining.
Yeah.
Should Star Wars have C's in productions in 2005? Yes.
Yes. Probably
But-
even before that.
But again, there is new fan base of the newer movie, like I said. So, I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to
Well,
judge that.
I only judge Star Wars based on the writing, and the writing for the most of the recent ones is trash, in my opinion. Like they're just taking iconic legacy characters and then just pretty much having shitty writing all over it. Like, so yeah.
I do not disagree.
Well,
as someone
and
who's
then when you talk about
an
the
older
Disney
Star Wars
series
fan, it's
stuff
kind
too,
of
it's kind of like milking it.
It's kind of like destroying your character that you once liked.
Time to get serious. Monkey, Mandela effect time. God now has a name in the Bible, and the name
Oh,
is
yeah.
What you thought.
Is that true?
Well, okay. There are a ton of different names for God in the Bible, and they all show different aspects of who he is. And the thing to remember is, okay, so our concept of jealousy is not the same as God. God's is not the same as ours.
That's not the question. Did that line exist?
I don't know. I went to my Bible and I saw it, but I don't remember that. I don't remember it saying that.
I don't remember the
So
whole
is that-
name or his name is jealous thing. I don't remember that.
I don't
So
remember
that
that
isn't
either,
that.
but I went to my Bible and looked it up and it was in there. So,
Damn.
I mean, it's,
So that's Mandela if you don't remember it.
That's Mandela if
Yeah.
you don't remember.
yeah. And I mean, that's a pretty famous Bible verse. So,
I
don't
agree,
think-
Whisper. Just thrown out there. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, they should have planned, but they didn't. They goofed up. Thanks. Thanks.
Goofed up. So no, that's I think, yeah, I definitely think that's a Mandela because I don't remember it ever being that way. But I mean, it does say that he is a jealous God, but I don't remember it ever saying his name is jealous.
Yeah, I don't.
Capitalized,
That's what
capitalized.
That's what I
Yeah.
remember as well.
But I mean, God's got all kinds of names. Like I said, they're different aspects of his personality. So maybe it did say that, and I just don't remember. But I don't remember it saying that.
Yeah, I don't
I
remember either.
think that's a slip in this timeline.
I think so. I think
is
somebody is
fucking
trying to say
funny.
God is jealous.
Oh, he's
And that's
jealous.
literally his name, jealous.
Right. Because I mean, he, and I don't know, he.
Oh yeah, the Jordan thing. Have you seen that? Do you remember the Jordan symbol? The Air
Yeah,
Jordan
he wears
symbol?
shorts. I
Yeah,
saw
so
that
why is
one.
this one he's wearing like
All of a sudden he's
sweatpants?
wearing sweatpants? I don't know.
Yeah, like what?
I don't get that.
No,
He was always wearing shorts.
it's shorts. Is this Mandela stupid?
this reality is stupid.
It's-
Well, yeah, that's reality. He's like Mandela stupid.
oh shit!
No, man, not the Mandela
The
guy,
effect,
but
the Mandela effect.
I didn't didn't say
What's that?
Mandela was stupid.
I did.
No, well, that's good. Stupid. Yeah, no, it's always been shorts. He never wore why would you the picture of him doing that dunk is like an iconic
It's always short.
dunk
Yeah.
in NBA
Yeah.
history, and he's
Mhm.
wearing shorts when he
Yep.
does it. He's not
Yep.
wearing pants. So why all of a sudden is he wearing pants?
He wants to get politically correct, man. You can't have a guy
You can
jumping
wear
man.
shorts.
You
Hold
can't
on,
have
hold
a
on.
guy jump man spreading with shorts and see his mandingo, dog. Nobody wants that.
All right, history of Air
Oh
Jordan
my
Jump
gosh.
Man logo. Yeah, it's all pants.
That's
No,
stupid.
it's not.
That's
No, it's
not.
not.
For
That's-
this reality is all pants. It's not.
That's
Always
what it's
that
showing
way.
me.
It's always that
'Cause
way.
I hate the Mandela effects. Always doing shit, man.
So
Look at
stupid.
that. It says Mike. There's even a GIF here that says Michael Jordan doing a Jumpman pose at Nike photo shoot in 1985, and he's wearing pants.
Hate it. Not right.
Hope you can see that clear, but yeah, he's wearing pants.
That's the world we're in, man. Is it better to leave characters in the dark and shadow rather than explain their existence and origin? Dude, that Han Solo thing was so lame. What's your name? Han. What's your last name? I don't have a last name. Well, you're Solo. Since you're by yourself, I'll call you Han Solo. Why?
I hate. Why did
We
they
don't
come up
need
with
that.
a stupid reason for our last name? That is so dumb.
Can we all agree that like we don't in the superhero world is the worst when it comes to this, but can we just not continue with these origin stories? We don't need more.
No, that's how you.
origin
That's how you milk a
stories.
franchise. That's how you milk a franchise. You create
Good.
all these.
Especially
create all
made up
these,
stories. I mean,
yeah, made
if
up
you're gonna
stories.
do an origin story, and if it's like
It was like from
original,
a book
if
or
it's
something,
like,
right?
Yeah, if it's
from
like
a book.
if it's
yeah.
like canon and direct remake from the original how it's originally written,
Sure,
then
sure.
sure. But made up shit, then
Like,
origin
how about
story
this?
that's
How
made
about
up.
this? What's stopping Disney from using a filler character that only has like a screen time for like 10 minutes and making that character into a main character of a side story?
Yeah, it's
Like
called
on
that
the show.
Undo show. That show is stupid.
Yeah.
What show?
What's stopping them?
Whatever it's
They
called,
seem to
Undo,
be making money
Ando,
off of it every time they've been doing it.
and yeah, Andor. Like that
I-
guy, he's just some filler character in Rogue One. He's not that big of a deal.
No, he's not.
Why does he
But-
have his own show though?
It's
like,
the same thing with Marvel stuff too. Like take a filler
yeah.
character, now that person has a series, like a show series. Like why?
Yeah, I don't disagree. They're definitely milking it for everything. Surely Tobey Maguire is the only one true Spider-Man. I don't know. What about that guy from like the '60s show or whatever? That guy was pretty cool.
Yeah, well the thing with Spider-Man, they're all different.
Spider-Man. Here's the thing.
hey,
Spider-Man.
it's all canon now, so it's all
Yeah,
good.
it's all canon.
It's
It's
all
established.
good.
And here's the
established
thing:
they're all
Tobey
different.
Maguire has the best part 2. Tom
Yep.
Holland has the best part 3 because
Mhm.
No Way Home is fucking epic. And
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield has the best part 1.
So 1, 2, and 3.
There you go. Takes all three to make a good trilogy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It takes how many movies is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It takes 9 movies to make 3 good ones.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
The first Spider-Man movie is it's meme material. I love that one. I love that movie.
It's campy. It's funny too when the Green Goblin throw his pumpkin bomb thing, whatever,
Yeah.
and then it turns to skeleton like really
The
weird
CGI.
special effect, visual
CGI.
effect.
CGI of the,
CGI is
CGI
great.
of the early 2000s, but it's. I remember watching in theater. It was amazing. It blew my mind as for a
fun movie.
superhero movie because back
We
then
don't do
superhero
math
movies.
here, Fizzin. It was 8, not 9. No, there's 4. Tom Holland's had 4.
No, he
you
only had
talking
3.
about?
Well,
Yes.
I guess
Home-
if you don't
Homecoming.
count, no.
Homecoming.
I was counting Civil
Civil
War.
War.
That don't
Oh,
count. That
okay.
don't count. That don't
You mean
count. That's his
just
introduction.
Spider-Man?
Just
Just
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah.
Just Spider-Man.
Okay.
Tom
So
Holland.
No Way
has
Home is Tom
many
Holland's third
appearances, even
Spider-Man
in
movie.
Avengers. Those ones don't count. It has to be him by itself.
I agree. Skyfall should have been the ending of Bond. That's like my favorite movie. And I,
Skyfall's a
Skyfall
good
has an
movie.
I
epic.
love Skyfall.
Skyfall is an epic. Is a good
It's
movie,
just
and
a
the-
well-paced
and
movie for me.
the
A
song is
well-paced
also
Bond
awesome,
movie.
too.
I heard some, I don't know, questionable or bad things about the one afterwards. I don't know anything about the latest one that just came out. Like,
I don't know
I
which one
haven't.
is which
I've
one is
just
the
never
one with
sat
the
down and
which one is
watched
the
it.
one with the ball torture scene.
Oh, that's Casino Royale.
that's
Oh,
yeah.
that's before.
That's
that ball
before.
torture scene went on for hours. I was just like cringe. I was like, why?
That shit is
Just
funny
stop
'cause-
smacking his nuts. How many times does a man can? I don't know. How does he even do that? I would give
Before
up.
they
the man's
explode.
all kind of like this, and then the guy he goes like, whoosh, and he's like, ooh.
I would give up even before. I was like, no, bro. I'll tell you everything you want to know right now.
Right now.
Right now. I have no reason for this.
That's
Some
the
people-
worst. That's the worst torture, on-screen
That's
torture that I
horrible.
have seen.
Especially
Some
for
people are
Bond,
into
man.
that, though.
Bond's
Some
Bond's
people are into
ladies,
that.
man. To do that for Bond, man, that's torture for sure.
I bet you somewhere out there's Solid Monk that's like, bro, that's nothing. I do this daily.
Like, that's nothing, man.
Solid
I
Monk,
use
they
bricks.
do that. You kick him in the nuts like repeatedly.
No, for Bond, he was getting whipped by a rope. But for monks, man, they use bricks. They use stone. That's nothing. Freaking
That's what I'm saying. Somewhere
Two by
Monk is
fours
watching
and
it, and
shit.
they're like, this ain't nothing. I can handle this.
freaking 2x4s. It's like
Yeah.
rope does nothing. That's like a brush.
They never explain how Bond balls. They never did.
Oh, he got surgery, man.
Yeah, he got special.
Stitch him some new
Testicle
ones.
He's-
reconstruction.
Yeah, he's privileged,
Of
man.
all
He
the
got all that.
things that needs to be explained.
We,
That's it.
we do. We need that. Oh, another thing too about the whole woke and non-woke thing, just to tie it all back. I was just thinking about what is it? Conan, Conan the part
Barbarian?
2, the destruction. Not Barbarian, but part 2, the destruction. Conan the Destroyer,
The
right?
Destroyer.
Yeah, Conan the Destroyer.
The Schwarzenegger movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
So let's
Yeah,
let's
makes
yeah
sense.
let's look at from a woke canon, right? It has an Asian magician
Okay.
and it has a black female warrior.
Okay.
So that's woke, right? But
For
I'm
the
saying
sake of the
looking from a
argument,
woke.
For the sake,
I'm,
okay.
I'm saying look from a woke goggle. They would. If you go back, if that
They would
movie
be
was
like,
released
oh, this-
now, if that movie
It
would
would be
release
like,
now,
oh,
it
this
would be
movie's made
controversial.
for us, full
It'll be
diversity and
controversial.
all that shit.
Yeah. Stop Asian hate, the other side. It's like, wow, representative. This is good. But then the anti-woke goggle, they'll look at that movie, they're like, I don't like this because this is woke. You got an Asian wizard, which obviously every wizard should be white. Gandalf and like the other guy.
Goron.
Exactly, right? And then
Harry
like
Potter.
right, why is there a female black warrior, right? So
Right.
so the anti-woke will be like, oh, screw this movie. So you see what I'm saying?
But
You can-
that shit
Well,
is
and-
back
but
then.
but
no
in
one
the
cared,
80s,
see?
do we care? No, because the
No.
80s is awesome. We're just like, that's a badass movie. I'm going to enjoy it. Sure, a lot of people hate The Destroyer, but I actually one of the few who like it. I like that movie.
And we all know that Jennifer Lawrence was the first female.
Right.
I don't
Shake
know
my
about
fucking
that.
head.
That thing is.
Hey, Jennifer Lawrence, call me up. I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you.
Join the
As long
podcast,
as
join the
we
podcast.
can go out on a date, I'll agree with you.
Oh man.
Oh man.
She'll be the first
Hell
lady
yeah.
in your date.
I'll be her sugar daddy.
No, Destroyer is the one like
I think it'd be
he
the
starts
opposite.
off.
He'd be the
He
sugar mom.
starts off being like crucified, right?
I
And the
don't think
wizard-
so.
And the wizard pulls him down from the cross.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And then he has to serve the queen to take her daughter somewhere on a mission somewhere. Yeah, they fought with that big rhino
So-
monster thing at the end, the statue
By-
that turned into the
by
rhino.
today's
You have to
standard-
pull out the horn. Yeah,
By today's standard, people that will be controversial, and people
yeah, yeah.
people will either side with one side and says woke, or said it's
Yeah.
not woke, or whatever,
But
or
it's
said this
just
movie
not.
is for us. But it's nothing to do with that.
Yep. Yeah, it's just a movie. Like, I don't know. Like, I see movie for movie. I don't see movie for whatever. It's sure if a director tried to throw his agenda in there, I can see that clearly. But if I enjoy the movie, I'm still gonna enjoy the movie despite woke or not. You get what I'm saying? It's like you can't enjoy a movie for your own
Well,
entertainment anymore.
And I think a big problem is like people are like just write a good movie and just
Mm-hmm.
write a good story and whatever that story is, cool. But
Yeah.
there's so many instances where people are trying to shoehorn that stuff in and force it in to where it doesn't make sense, or they're obviously just doing it to do it and it makes no sense to the story. I think that triggers the anti-woke people then to find anti-woke in everything, right?
Yeah.
Like okay, let's take the Lord of the Rings series, the new one.
Well, Whisper. Let's read what Whisper is saying right here.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it correct to assume it becomes controversial and woke because the intent is to comply with the current climate rather than create diverse characters for its own sake, i.e., Lord of the Rings? Well, there you go.
Boom.
That leads into what I was going to say. Like, there are aspects to Lord of the Rings that I consider to be kind of woke leaning, which I didn't really care for. But ultimately, that's not what made me not like the show.
Exactly.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say.
Exactly.
I mean, visually, it was amazing, and the characters, like, whatever I liked and didn't like about the characters, I would have overlooked if it was a good story. But the story was a collaboration. It was just a mess, and it made no sense, and it shouldn't have had the Lord of the Rings title
tied into it. Yeah.
It had to, because it used everything from Lord of the Rings, but the story was nonsensical. So I understand the hate that it got, but it shouldn't have been hate about the wokeness. The hate, if you're going to hate, which I try not to hate anything, but if you're going to hate something, the story is what was bad. Like, was almost every male portrayed as like this whiny, cryy baby, and then all the women were the strong leaders? Yeah, and I guess you could say that was like woke, but again, I wouldn't have cared if the story was good.
You know? Exactly. And that's.
But it wasn't good.
Well, I just couldn't stand the pacing. Some of the pacing were problematic.
I watched 2 episodes. I quit. It's just not for me.
Yeah, and I'm all for a lead female character. I don't care that they based it off of Galadriel. She's a very interesting, cool character in the books, but they just that just wasn't right. It
wasn't even her origin story. It's just
no. It wasn't even like, if you're going to do an origin story ever, fine, but they didn't even do that. They're just like, you're kicked out of the elves or go to heaven, and then like she's like, no, I jump into the water, and
in the middle of an ocean.
In the middle of the ocean, and then I can just swim forever, and then I find this magical boat, and somehow this little tiny raft isn't destroyed by this giant shark thing. It's just stupid.
It's bad writing. It's just terrible writing.
It's a point A to point B way, you know.
The problem with some new stuff also is that not just the audience, but also the creator. They're focusing more on like a character's checklist. They're going down a checklist.
Right.
Like, okay, we need these type of character. We need this person. We need this one. We need this. They're going on a checklist. Even the viewers, it's like, oh, if this show is all white, I'm not gonna watch. Oh, this show needs to have this.
Or
the
opposite,
opposite,
exactly.
yeah.
Right. No, I don't know. There's have you guys watched Nope, the new Jordan Peele movie?
I haven't seen that yet.
I have it. I just haven't opened it yet.
Is it good or is it not?
Well, so I wish I hadn't. So I try to avoid like social media most times, but especially if there's something I want to watch. Like, I was really interested to watch Nope, and it was labeled on the streaming service as a horror movie.
Franchise, yeah.
So watching it as a horror movie, no. But if you watch it as a sci-fi kind of a thriller, then it's good. But I had it in my mind that it was going to be a horror movie, so I ended up not liking it because it was marketed wrong. It is not a horror movie.
Well, the thing with thriller and horror, it's hand in hand. So a thriller could be labeled as horror, and a horror could it's really thin line.
Well, I agree, but this is clearly not a horror movie.
It's more like science fiction, right? Because there's alien and UFO and stuff. Judging by the trailer.
Judging by the trailer,
right? Yeah. So I don't know. It's just, but I think a lot of anti-woke people wouldn't have bothered watching that movie because there's a black guy and a black
But
female as
see,
the
here's
lead
the thing, though.
characters.
In
And
a
it's
way,
like, why does
isn't that
matter?
racist? In a way, isn't
Yeah,
that
it's racist,
racist?
yeah.
It's
It is
racist because
racist.
you're looking at.
That's what you're fighting for, right? Like you're fighting to defend that. Oh, woke is trying to push all these color people in there, but racist, isn't it? I don't understand the
No,
logic.
it's-
I get
it's-
it,
it's
but I don't
racist.
get it.
The extreme.
No,
woke.
I get it, but I don't get it.
It's racist to see that it's woke just because the MC is black. It's also racist because you need a black MC. The writers, they're
Right,
also racist.
right.
As
It can be
well, so
racist on both ends, right?
Yeah,
It
and
depends on,
that's
like,
the hard
extremes.
part. That's
it's
the hard
just,
part to argue.
It's hard
But-
to like find a middle ground when everybody is way too much on both sides.
Yeah, and
Well,
both
and
sides
my-
pointing at each other, calling each other racist. Like, then who's racist?
Right. And my problem with the R word, with using the racist, is it is used so much
So
and
ma-
so frequently. It
Doesn't mean anything anymore.
Milk and
It's
math. By today's standard, milk and math is racist.
Yeah, exactly. So are peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
Is the latest comment.
The anti-woke are racist, and the woke side is reverse racism. One
It
embrace
is.
skin color, one embrace, one for skin color.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. The woke hate everything that's white. The anti-woke hate everything that the woke hate or like. It's
like,
weird.
Just to kind of try to count, and it's just bad. And I don't know, man. I think
Like, one side
the-
hates because of the skin color, the other side
Hate
hates
because
if the other
Because of the
if the
gender.
others are not the same.
Oh,
skin
did you
color.
heard of the new what's that? Wednesday, Adam Family?
yeah.
yeah.
There's the woke side hate it because the bullies are black, and while the other side, for some
But isn't that racist? Anybody could be a bully.
Yeah.
Why are you so defensive about it?
So,
What are
but
you trying to do? Isn't that just your inside racism come to play? Like, I'm white, so I can't do this.
Let me rewind that back. So let's say we rewrite the show and put the bully as white. Mm-hmm. Now the woke people would like it, and then the other side would be like, "Oh shit, that's fucked up." They're making all the white
But-
people bullies. See
But
what I'm trying to say?
But it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter. But that's the problem with this world right now. So let's say, right now the bullies are black and the woke people hate it because the bullies are black. But if we rewrite it and put the bullies as white, the other side would hate it because now all white people are bullying. And it was like, oh, this show is woke as fuck.
Well, and so there was you guys have seen the new Batman, right? The most recent Batman.
Why do people focus on skin color? That's the problem right now.
I don't get it
Exactly.
either.
The
So
problem
there's-
is
They're
shouldn't-
focused on the
it
wrong
shouldn't.
thing.
There's a scene in Batman where like that one gang is beating up on somebody, right?
Sure. Yeah.
That
There's a
scene,
lot going on in that movie.
but in that scene, it's towards the beginning. In that scene, it got all kinds of hate and all kinds of because apparently it was an Asian guy getting beat up in the movie.
Oh yeah, I remember
And
that. I remember that. Yeah.
I didn't even know he was Asian. I just thought it was a dude getting beat up. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
That's
Exactly.
The
The problem with the
Hey,
world right
when you
now
wear
is
these
that they're
goggles.
You know,
focusing
hold
too
on. You
much
know
on
what's wrong? You know what's wrong with that scene? Is one guy getting beat up by a mob. That's it. That's that's it.
Yes, that's
No,
it.
he's
It's just a
Asian.
guy getting beat up. That's
Oh.
it.
Whisper asked King Mean, is it fair to perceive racism as an objective term, but value can be added, be it positive or negative? But if decisions based on either skin are on either one are essentially racist.
Let
right?
me answer this. First of all, Whisper, your word is too deep for me. I do not understand deep word. I'm a man of simple word and simple taste, so I'll have Monkey explain it in layman's term, aka stupid dumbed down version for me.
down.
So then I'll answer it to you.
Simplify.
I think you got
Simplify.
this. Simplify.
I don't know what that means, really. I
Simplify.
don't understand that question.
So is it fair to look at racism as an objective term? Like, I don't know. It's like Fizzin said.
I don't even know what
is-
objective
the
term
problem
is.
is- the
I
problem
don't
is
even
how
know
do-
what
how
that
do you-
is.
That's why I'm struggling to explain it to you.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Objective meaning true, meaning it's
A fact.
a fact. Yes.
But I don't understand the question. Period. I don't get it.
All All right, Fizzin said it should be judged on a person by their
By
By
character.
the character,
Yeah.
exactly. that's
like
all
what,
that matters.
like
that's all that
MLK
matters.
said.
I'm sorry. I don't care what
matter.
color you are. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. You can't change that. It's not in your skin tone. It's just you. That's
It's
that's
all,
it.
it's all
That's my
personality,
answer.
right? It's all personality.
Yeah, like the old saying
And
goes, you should judge a.
And again,
Something by
asshole
the
could also be
content of the
perceived.
person.
But asshole could also be perceived by the individual. Like if the it's their family member and he's being an asshole,
see,
you don't see it
assholes-
as an asshole necessarily. You're like, I don't see him doing anything wrong.
So assholes
it's
are
hard to
assholes
say.
are subjective. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
so everything is.
I mean, for some people, their friends is a complete asshole, but
And they
for
like
to other
them.
person, but
Yeah.
to the friend, they don't
It's
see it that
okay.
way because
Yeah. So it's hard to say because everything, I guess, is subjective. So
well,
I mean,
most
they're
things,
opinions, too.
most
They're all
things in
opinions,
this
too.
world are subjective.
I'm pretty sure if you go around murdering people, you're an
That's-
asshole. No,
but not the
there's no way-
not the family of that people. I mean, like let's say if they're in like a mob
Yeah.
family generation.
Okay, but that's not a perceived. You are an asshole if you run around murder people. I don't care if your family thinks you're not an asshole.
Well, to
That's
you,
are
to
That's
an
to
you.
you. That's to you. That's not to their
No,
family.
Let's
No,
say, let's
to
say,
the
let's say,
law.
let's say
It doesn't
with that-
matter.
And
Yes,
to the
it
law
does.
too, but let's say if you as an individual
but here's the
are in
thing.
that mob
It cannot be an
and you know
objective.
someone,
It cannot be an objective opinion because the opinion of them conflict with everybody else. So how can that be objective?
Okay, so let's. Can I read what Whisper says real quick? Whisper at 10:09.
Whisper, this is what happens when you try to use big words.
Okay, King Mean, as in to add black people in a white historical period for the sake of inclusivity is racist, even if it's done in a positive way. No, I don't see any problem with that. To me, I don't see any problem with that. If done right,
It's just
if done right.
It's just historically inaccurate. But
Exactly. We're
But
talking
if it's
about
a
historically
fiction-
inaccurate.
if it's a fiction or a fantasy, I guess.
Yeah,
it's-
fiction and fantasy is fine.
It gotta go.
yeah, if it's historically inaccurate,
If
for
it's
example,
fictional-
let's say I'm making a show about ancient China, and if I have a bunch of black people or
It
brown
wouldn't make
people,
sense.
it wouldn't make no
wouldn't make
sense.
sense, yeah.
It's fucking ancient China.
But if it's a character in a comic book or whatever, I'm okay with that
Yeah.
Yeah.
because that's fictional. But historically, it's historically right because it's
I mean,
the word.
it all depends on the story and what the
I
goal
mean, if
is,
you're gonna
what the
make a
focus is.
historical movie about,
If you're trying to make something historical and you have something that doesn't belong in that time
Yeah.
frame or area,
for example,
it could be considered racist,
if you're making an historical movie about the Revolutionary War and George Washington as a black person, that's just weird.
Yeah. That's just weird. That's just weird.
Yeah, Whisper. that argument.
Unless
I like that argument though. Talking about China, why did Matt Damon act in China?
China wall.
Because a white guy need to save China. That's all there is to it. There's a genre for it. White man save the world.
White man save
It's
the
a
world.
thing.
It's a
Yeah,
thing.
because white men fight lizards. It's true.
White men
It's
fight lizards.
That's historical. That's historical accuracy because white men did fight
Lord
with the
me, you're
lizard
screaming.
people.
You're screaming.
Oh, my pose.
What?
Yeah, there.
Killer is a killer. Not
Yeah, monkey.
No, a
Go,
killer
go,
is an
go,
asshole.
go. Go next.
Next.
See? That.
Like an asshole.
Yeah, he could be an RPG killer.
No, well,
Killer rapist. He's not an asshole.
Yeah.
He's not.
this
He's
is gonna
not.
be popping
He's
off.
not.
That's not.
Yeah,
That
well-
was not the example. The example was somebody just running around murdering a bunch of people.
Then he's an asshole.
Exactly. That's what I said. Why are we arguing?
I'm just saying
not-
you said he's automatically an asshole, but I'm just saying from his family perspective, if all his generation is an asshole, then he's just being one of his family generation. So
that's
therefore,
what he's taught. That's his job.
that's what he's taught. Can you really
That's-
blame him for that?
It's
Yes,
in
you
his-
can
it's in
because
his-
that's your opinion.
Yes.
But I'm talking about opinion from
It's
other
not my
people.
opinion.
That's
It is a
subjective.
fact. It
That's
is a
subjective.
fact
It's
that
in his
murder is
nature.
wrong.
It's in his nature.
It's in his
okay?
nature.
No.
What does your parent raise you to be?
Your facts is
A
different than their
monkey?
facts. Hold
That's
on.
not fair. He was raised that way.
Exactly.
He was raised that way.
He doesn't know any better.
Okay,
Let's rewind back time. Let's rewind back time and
Let's put it
said.
this way.
Let's
The
rewind
family
back
was
time and
like this person was in this family. It was raised this way. You are following the law because you're raised that way.
Exactly.
Which side is which is fact, right? Which side is right?
Facts is based
The
on
one that's following the law, or the one that's
you
following
perceive
what they've
it.
been taught.
so
Exactly.
Monkey.
Because you are taught to follow the
Okay.
law. They've been taught to follow what their family
Imagine
legacy
this,
is.
Monkey. You're born in a badass mob family, right?
Yeah.
You're in a mafia family, right?
Yeah, your job is to
You're-
kill motherfuckers and
Your job is to
Just kill
kill.
your shit.
Your job is to kill motherfuckers that you think is an asshole, and you go and do it because your whole damn generation and family does it, and to you is completely normal, right? Completely normal.
In that life.
So
In that life.
in that life,
Yeah.
and you go and kill that other asshole over there because they're an asshole to you, because that's how you see it. So are you an asshole?
Perspective.
If I get caught, I end up in jail. So ergo, I am an asshole.
by
To
law.
who, though? To
But
whose
that's
eye? By the law eye, not by the family eye. No.
But also remember, there's assholes on that side who makes
if
the
the
law.
whole world is the way you think, then why are there asshole to begin with?
Well, that goes back to the whole. I mean, that's just sin. People being an asshole is a sin.
You go talk to your jealous God and come back to talk to me about it.
Who makes the laws here?
Facts.
Who makes the
Last
laws here? A bunch of
question.
All right,
assholes.
last question.
okay.
Whisper, it's all good. It's all good. I appreciate all
It's
these
fiery
functions.
one.
It's
is it
cool.
racist for people to object James Bond being black because he's an established character? Wait,
No,
being
I have no
black?
say. Yeah, go
I
ahead,
don't,
Monkey.
I don't think it's racist. I think it's. Wait, what? It is because they view.
If you look from that perspective, yeah.
Is it racist to object to it? Is what
Meaning
they
against it, against James Bond
Object.
being black.
Object.
Racist.
Against it.
Racist.
Against it.
Well, here's the thing. Any time where you look at someone based on color is racist. So if you're making a decision based on a person's skin color, it will be racist.
But if he's a good actor, that's different. That's
No,
that's,
here's
that's
the-
the
yeah.
whole point.
Yeah,
No,
but if
here's
you're
the
if
thing.
you're
Here's
just
what's
if you're so
established-
focused, let's say
Go ahead.
I need to hire a new actor, but he has to be black. That's racist.
That's right.
Here's the
Because
funny
you're
thing. Here's the funny
focusing
thing.
on color. You're
On the
focusing
latest
color.
movie, they established 007 is just a code name.
A code. Okay.
It's just a
That's
code
fine.
name because
And that's
Bond,
fine.
because the girl had it.
the Bond in the latest movie,
Yes.
he got
Here's
promoted.
the thing.
He's no
Bond-
longer 007.
Right, right.
James-
I get it.
He got
I get
promoted.
it.
Yeah.
So they established that. It's just a code name. Anyone can
So
be
the
007.
character can be any color. It doesn't matter. But the idea of picking someone specifically for their skin color is
That's
racist.
racist.
Yeah.
But if that actor's a good actor and you want him, despite whatever color he is, then that's not racist. Racist is if the director automatically just, I don't care if that guy's a piece of shit actor, he's coming in because of his color. That's racist.
Yeah.
End of
So
story.
you're-
Period.
Basically, if you're focusing on skin color, you're racist.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty much just no.
It's got spicy.
But
Shit
but
got
if he's a good
spicy.
if he's a good actor, I don't give a fuck what color he is. He could be green. He could be Piccolo. I don't
It
care.
doesn't-
Put him in there.
And also-
I would love to
Hey,
see
hey,
Piccolo
no.
from Dragon Ball Z as
green-
as a freaking James
green
Bond. Let's go.
007.
Let's do this. Antenna and all. I don't give a shit.
Stop Namek hate, man. Stop
Stop
Namek
Stop
hate.
Namek hate. Stop Namek hate.
What
Period.
about the sayings? Come on, man. Gotta love all sides.
We really,
We really feel
feel
sorry for
yeah.
you Americans because it's like every new generation is a victim of your history, black
History,
and white,
yeah.
because it's always being. See, well,
Well,
our
it's a
history
cycle.
is it's
They like
America.
to repeat history.
The problem with America is that we're too much. We have too much stuff in one containment, but there's all different ideas, different religion, different everything that's bound to clash. So that's the problem with America.
Yeah.
Like
Not only that, in
we have
America,
to free them.
almost everybody in America is all closed-minded son of a bitches, man. In my opinion.
Yeah, but well, we have to free them of religion. But at the same time, there are religion that clash with other religions.
That's
so
why.
it's bound
That's why
to
here
happen,
it's hard
so-
to speak your mind because when you say something, everybody's against you.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard to be in the middle ground because you have both sides
Exactly,
fighting
and
against
that's
you.
why I always bring back Paul Blart. I love Paul Blart Mall Cop, and everybody against me, the whole world hate Paul Blart Mall Cop. I can't talk to anybody about it. You know how many people I lost, friends I've lost because they said Paul Blart Mall Cop is a bad movie?
It's deep. It's deep.
I banned like 20 freaking people on my Facebook when I used to have Facebook because they told me, no, screw you for liking that movie. I was like, you know what? Ban. Delete. I don't care.
I've seen people losing friends on political issues and religious issues, but I've never seen people losing friends from
Paul Blart Mall Cop. And that's how you know you live. That's how you know you live in a free country, folks. That's how you know you live in a free country because.
That's the most ironic thing because it's a free country, but everybody's closed-minded as shit.
Exactly,
And they will hate you if
exactly.
you say something else.
You know why? It's because
you have to fit in that bubble. If you
You're
don't fit in
so
that bubble,
free
it's
that
really
you don't see the privilege that you have.
Yeah.
I mean, where I come from, we don't have that. Well, during the war or whatever, we don't have that saying. So when I come here, this is gold. This is gold country for me. I still think this is a gold country. That's why I'm here. If I'm not here, I would leave a long time ago.
America.
That's why another thing I don't understand, all those white rich people that says, oh, if so-and-so become president, I'm moving out. Bitch, why are you still here 5-10 years later? I don't understand you. Why don't you move out?
They're still here complaining
it would
about
have been better than anything.
It goes back to people love drama, man.
I swear.
Freaking drama and shit.
The thing about America is
they
that
don't even
what
understand.
it stands for, there's a foundation is great, but the problem is that freedom tends to lead to chaos, and that's kind of the problem.
No, it wouldn't be that way. Everybody is RPG and be polite to each other.
But
the thing is, different ideas. Freedom leads to different ideas. Different ideas leads to chaos and conflict. And
I'm a man of simple knowledge. Like, I don't like to get in an argument. Like, if you have something to talk to me, I'll talk to you like normal person, you know. But the moment I shout and scream, that's when I'm like, yeah, I need to walk out from this because I know better not to. But sometimes when people come at you and say Paul Blart is the crappiest movie ever, I'm sorry, I'm gonna shout and scream and I'm gonna delete you because that ain't it. That's not cool.
I don't think it's the worst movie ever. I have seen a lot of worst movies, but it's your opinion, and you love
exactly.
The movie, so why do they gotta crap on you for your opinion?
Right. I mean, to be fair, I'm not mad because people say it sucks. I'm fine because that's your opinion. I'm mad that people force me not to watch it. They're like, throw that piece of shit away. It's like, no, I'm not throwing it away. Just like Dragon Ball Evolution. I don't care if you hate that movie. I love Geeko. Geeko is awesome.
That movie sucked.
America, land of the free,
hey,
land of the brave.
James, what is his name? Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He's Piccolo in that movie, and that's fantastic.
That movie's will forever be a meme for me. I just like the fact that there's a scene where Goku slide his head across the top of a car roof like twice. And it squeaks too. It goes. It was like, really? And then you go beat the shit out of some bully. It's like, it's just funny. Goku fighting bullies? That's just hilarious to me. Because it's never been done in the animation.
The best is when Yamcha talk like a surfer dude, and it's clearly dubbed.
Yamcha be like, "Chill, dude." It's like, what? What is this?
Facts. Everyone
for Dragon Ball Evolution, the movie. Right,
it's
we're talking
funny
about Dragon Ball
movie,
Evolution.
Exactly. That movie was made by an Asian.
It's made by Asian, but everybody's like, because white folks can't make Asian adaptation. No, that movie was made by Asians. It's just a shitty Asian person making a shitty movie.
That was an AZN, not an Asian.
No, he was Asian. He was an old man from China, from somewhere.
He just has bad taste. Adaptation.
Yeah, we like to. We talk about stuff that nobody else talks about, and I'm glad that at least Whisper is here talking with us, because otherwise we'd just be like talking to ourselves
about their, they're afraid to express their minds because it goes back to the whole being in the middle guy.
Well, like you were saying, Eisen, like unfortunately it's on both sides now, but it used to be one side would be like, we're super welcoming, we love everyone, but if you don't think the way we do, get the hell out of here. And unfortunately that is now permeating everywhere. And it's like you said, trying to be, like, let's just take my I mean, since we're talking fire and everything, right? So Christian, right? I do not believe that. Well, maybe we shouldn't talk about this. I don't know, but I don't agree with the homosexual lifestyle. But I still love the people that choose to live that way, right?
It's their life. It's their life. Who are you to dictate, right?
Well, right. It's their choices and everything. And I, if someone wants to talk to me about it, I'm more than willing to talk to them about it and explain why. But it doesn't mean I hate them or I dislike them. And so when I see someone that's a Christian or whatever get up and say, we approve homosexual hate and all that, it's like, I don't even know if you're really a Christian then, man, because that is not
if you approve of hate, that just shows you're a
Bible
homophobe.
teaches.
Yeah.
Whatever. That is you're right.
Because if the Bible, the whole
teaches
purpose, you're
love
not supposed to promote hate.
Exactly. And if you're running around spewing that, that's But me just saying that, me just expressing my opinion just now.
Oh, someone's gonna go after your ass.
Nobody watches us except Whisper tonight, so like.
Thank you so much, Whisper.
But yes, thank you so much. But like, I could get canceled. I could get death threats. I could get all this, even though what I'm saying is I still love them as human beings, but I don't agree. So therefore, I'm a bigot, or I'm a homophobe, or I'm this, or I'm a hate monger, and
you should check your privilege at the door.
Check your privilege.
Whatever.
Yeah,
shut up.
take your white card somewhere else.
Whatever.
Okay,
I'm privileged coming with the man with like 8,000 movies behind him.
I'll follow you up on that. I get what you're saying, Monkey. That's. I'll follow you up on that, and from my perspective on Stop Asian Hate, because despite how I look, I am Asian, and here's the thing. Let's talk about Stop Asian Hate, okay? All those people that says Stop Asian Hate, most of them are celebrity and privileged people. They do not represent me. They do not represent me. I am poor. I owe a lot of money. I'm a piece of shit. I'm not that. There's that. Now, if they were poor and a piece of shit like me, then I can understand. I will go with you. Stop Asian Hate. But you know what? The people that I work with, everybody that I'm surrounded, nobody hates me for my skin color or anything like that. They hate me for my smell, and they hate me for my attitude most of the time.
Blart.
But
They hate you for Paul Blart.
Exactly. It has nothing to do with my race. And also, all those people, if you notice, they're all white-skinned Asian. You show me one dark-skinned Asian that says Stop Asian Hate, and I'll be like, okay, maybe this guy represent me. But most of the time, that's what it is. They're like white-skinned Asian, rich motherfucker who don't even know how real poor Asian people are like in the U.S. We don't speak up because we feel privileged just by being here. So there's no hate for us. Like I don't hate people. Like if people say you smell funny and stuff, I don't hate you for that. I don't think you're racist because you're saying that. That's just something your nose is telling you, and that's honest. I respect honest opinion.
Like
so that's
yeah.
So that's fine. So,
Yeah.
so don't give me that.
Don't
give
go
me
in
that.
there.
Yeah.
Because Asians, a lot of us, we have similar benefits. Plus, if you have a job, if we have a house, a roof on top of our head, if we can afford to eat food, pay off our bills, isn't that enough?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
You know what?
Like, what's the hate on that?
Give me that freedom. Give me that American democracy, and I will eat it.
At least those 4 things. If back in the days, or like even now, some people don't have that shit still.
No,
some people are like still outside eating shit on the ground.
Yeah. You know how they said America is racist and all that and that, but throughout my entire childhood, I never felt like America was racist at all, and the racist shit just pops up because of the extreme on both sides. It's like they created this shit,
and it's been like that forever, man, since the dawn of time. There's always hate on both sides.
There's ever. I mean, since Cain killed Abel, that was the first.
Yeah. But throughout my entire experience here in America, racism wasn't really much of anything in my childhood. Like from my childhood all the way up to my adult life, it wasn't really much of anything. There wasn't nobody care about the skin color. People don't even see people as different skin color. They just see you guys and everybody else as Americans.
Yeah, so the problem nowadays is that the extreme of both sides is expanding and expanding.
The
quite
problem
fast,
the problem
and
is that when this side
there's
goes
too much
extreme,
exposure.
like too extreme, the other side adds on to it. You know,
it gets more.
and when
extreme
this
too.
other side adds onto it and make it more extreme, the other side becomes even more extreme, and they keep trying to battle each other with the level of extremism.
And now check this out. Now we're in a digital age, right?
Yeah.
So we have YouTube, Facebook, all these social medias, right? We have influencers, we have viewers,
Nude
reactors,
ladies.
nude react, OnlyFans, all that stuff. We have all these influencers. Some of them
love
have opinions
influencer.
and they associate themselves on one side. Some of them associate on their other sides because they're influencers and they have a lot of subscribers, followers, and whatsoever by the millions.
Oh, they influence, all right.
That both extremes on both sides are getting way too big to the point that now it's all over the place, right? It's
I don't even know what influencer is.
It's
to be
becoming
honest.
political.
Anybody that has a major influence among the general public.
Like,
So
if
it wouldn't
I
be
were to
us. It
say-
wouldn't be us.
We're
though.
not
it's not
influencers.
us.
We got like one.
I would
bro,
say
we got one.
best
We got
water
one viewer
ever.
on this freaking live stream. We ain't no influence at all. We're nobody.
Everyone drink this water, and then everybody goes and drinks this water because
That's
I said
influencer.
to. That's an influencer.
But do you really want to label yourself as influencer? To me, that
It's a-
personally
it's a
sounds
pretty-
bad.
It's a
To me,
pretty,
that sounds
they
bad.
feel good about themselves when
it's
they
a pretty powerful
Yeah.
thing. To
yeah
be.
when
That's-
everybody else
that's-
is following them.
Yeah,
That's
but-
totally negative.
It makes them feel like a royalty, like a
Like
king.
they're
Yeah. So going
Yeah.
back in the days, is like yeah, it totally makes sense that you weren't fully aware. You didn't know this whole racism thing was a thing. But nowadays, it's so much easier. You just go on your phone, click on Twitter.
No, I'm not talking
what's
about
trending?
that. It's just expanding.
No, that's
It wasn't-
it's expanding, and it's all thanks to the advancement of technology too, and like, all the spread of the influence.
It doesn't
but-
matter. By 2025,
But you don't even
freaking,
need.
by 2025, freaking AI is gonna take
AI.
over. Humanity's gonna die anyways. Fuck humanity. They need to
Well-
go. Piece of shit races, man.
Well, yeah, people nowadays will just spend $8 for AI just to.
AI is
Photoshop
the
your
best.
face.
AI is the best.
But in the 90s, yes, we do have. We have internet since. Or at least my family has internet since '96, and
Hell
throughout
yeah.
all that time, even though there's no social media, but there is internet that you can talk to people, chat room. and
Oh,
all
I
that
love
stuff.
chat room.
Racism was non-existent.
Meet so many
none.
But it's not existing.
Girls that turn out to be guys. Best thing ever.
Hey, will you pull up the last couple things Whisper said, Cypher?
This one
No,
or
one
the
before
one,
that.
The
one
top.
before,
Yeah.
or the one before that.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
I appreciate that, Whisper. It's not an easy thing to talk about. I appreciate that you aren't offended and that you know what I'm talking about. I appreciate that you're the dialogue and everything, and it's I very much encourage that and I appreciate it. And then the second part.
Second part.
There you go. You have to be able to differentiate between the act and the person. I totally get you. Right. And that's the thing is like, just because I don't agree doesn't mean I still don't love you as a person, you know, and I'm going to,
There's a lot of things I don't agree with Monkey as well.
Yeah, I'm still here talking
you don't
to
see
his ass.
you don't see us like cancel his ass. I mean, there are a few times that we were this close to cancel his ass, but
It's not too late to
But
cancel.
that's because he's an asshole. Again, that's because he's an ass. Subjective.
no, not subjective, objective.
Oh, it's fact.
Jealous is his god. That's all there is to it.
Jealous is
so out of context. It's so
Okay, can I say one thing though, Whisper?
I think Monkey was trying to say something.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Monkey.
Before
You got
I
it completely. No, go ahead, bud.
really
Sorry, I ruined
interfered
you.
I was just saying there's not a lot of people that you could have, like most people that are not Whisper would have instantly discounted what I said, called me a giant piece of crap, and like I said, like, you know, and it's nice that you know, even if it's just the six of us talking, that we can have that dialogue. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you not immediately canceling me, Whisper.
Yeah.
Well,
if we were like
Can
influencer
Whisper
status,
really cancel
you'd be
you though,
hanging by
since
a
you have
thread
no
on
view
Twitter.
count?
Well, he could, Whisper could have left. They could have
Oh,
left. That
that's
would have
true,
been
that's
the
true.
equivalent of canceling.
He walked
Damn it.
Then we have 0 views on the live stream.
Yeah. No, that's
That's bad,
I think that's a positive message what you're saying there, Monkey. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Even just one person to be able to understand and communicate clearly, I think that's important. Like, I think that's what the world is missing. Instead of having that mature conversation, everybody just straight up jump and say, "Oh, you're this, you're that," labeling everything.
Everybody-
And that's a sad trend, because like we don't communicate well anymore, and the only time we communicate is when we're labeling someone. That's a sad world. I don't want to be a part of that world.
Yeah.
Go
Go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead with you. Go ahead.
Oh, my thing was really stupid, but I'll say it shortly. But like the whole thing about homosexual and stuff, like, I'm sorry, like, I'm an adult and I watch adult content, and so the moment you watch adult contents, you see penis, and that automatically makes you kind of not straight already, because that's all you see on screen. So therefore, all those people. Hold on. No, stop.
All right.
Let me finish. So automatically, you're not straight anyways. Like, if you watch adult contents and you go up to a homosexual person and you're talking bad about them, then you're a homophobe, because you clearly watch that, and if you're okay with that, then why are you so defensive about it? Like, me personally, I'm cool with anything.
I'm
And
sure
sometimes-
King Min's seen. I'm
yeah.
sure King Min's seen a lot
I've
of
seen
dicks.
a lot. I've seen a
lot
lot.
of dicks.
Saw me,
Virtual boom right in front of my face.
Well,
I'm not like
sometimes you'll compliment them too.
Yeah,
like,
I'm like-
damn, that's pretty
yeah.
big. I wish mine was that size.
exactly. I'm a free roaming guy. I have a.
Compare and
okay.
contrast.
Man,
Compare and
Whispers
contrast.
RPG through the roof right now.
When one is brought up with the teaching of the Bible, you should be allowed to uphold that while interacting with people who go against your value without condemnation from
Either side.
Either side, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Translation, 1K.
Translation. Don't be an asshole. That's the translation. Like, respect each other. I mean, you're so it. You're never going to. You're just going to come off as a jerk when you're one of those people that is just like
Yeah.
that like we're saying, the extremes on both sides, right? That all woke culture created was the anti-woke culture. And now
They created
they're
each other.
both,
It's
it
a
did not make
reaction.
the world any better. Is the world any better with woke
No.
culture? No.
No.
All it's done is it's been divisive. It's made the world a worse place,
Mm-hmm.
because now people like we were saying, people are looking for any reason to hate something. And it's garbage. It's horrible. I wish it never would have happened.
The man's raising his hand.
All right, King Min, you raise your
ahead.
hand and go ahead.
So I always find it ironic and funny that they label themselves as woke, because are you saying all this time you've been blind? Because
They've been
now you're
asleep.
just coming out as
been
woke.
asleep.
So you're
And they're
pretty
awake.
you're pretty pathetic if you come out and label yourself as woke.
Well, but to be fair, the right called their moment as red pill moment. So all this time, what, they're living in the matrix and they're blind too? See,
Exactly.
it's the exact same
exactly.
shit.
Same thing.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
So
That's
The
what
red
I'm
pill or
saying.
blue pill?
It's why can't
like
you just be
have you ever heard of, oh, this is my red pill moment, and then they go around talking about their story or
So prior to
whatever
that, what are
crap
you? You're not a human being? You can't be a
You're a
human
battery.
being because you don't have
You're
a
a battery.
label?
And then the
Yeah.
other side is like, oh, we're woke now because we're seeing more now. We're seeing more of this.
But you
more
should
of
have seen
But
that a long time ago. Why does it take you this
the problem
long?
is they're both wrong. That's the thing. Their idea of being awakened is not the right kind of awaken.
That's
think
why
they
that's
got-
why
I
it's
think they
woke
got
and not
confused.
awaken.
I think
Awaken
it's-
is yeah.
I think they got confused with ascension and awokeness.
Yeah. I love Ascension. Ascension is awesome. If
like-
you can,
It's like waking up one day and be like, oh man, I am woke. Like, no, you're just awake.
Yeah, you just woke up.
you still haven't brushed your teeth yet. You're still an asshole.
Your breath smell like shit, man.
Sometimes I feel
Brush
lost
up.
from True Detective was right.
Human beings are too evolved, too self-aware. We create our own mental problems due to over-evolved brain. Are humans mistakes from nature? I don't believe anyone is a mistake. I think God created all of us with a specific chipset in mind or whatever you want to call it.
I do have an
And
opinion.
Aesthetic.
I don't think any of us would
Yeah,
I do have an opinion, hold on.
take turn. Let's take turn on this.
All right.
Go ahead, Monkey.
I do
Finish
have-
first.
Go ahead.
Are you finished?
Well, that was it. I just don't.
okay.
I just
Oh, that was
don't
quick.
think
That was
there's any-
I do have an opinion. So, I do believe human. Hold on, let me read that comment real quick. Or it's
You want
humans
me to pop
mistake
it up
from
again?
nature. Let me say this: humans, when we were created, and how we've been taught with all these different things, what we've been taught and how to deal with all these sort of situations is wrong, is a mistake. How we've been raised is a mistake, I would say, since the dawn of time.
Where's my man first? I'll go last.
There you go.
So I was gonna say that the question is, are humans mistakes from nature? I do not think so, because I don't think nature is I don't think anything in nature is a mistake. Everything
Not a
happens
mistake
for
in
a
nature.
reason. Every little molecule, every little atoms of everything in the universe is made perfectly how it is. Like, it's not a mistake. There's no accident. There's just is.
King
That's
Bean,
my-
go. King Bean, go.
I was saying, from my point of view, is I'm gonna go with the ascension point of view and like alien point of view. So if you believe in the karma system, it's the thing that you've done in your past life that molds you into this life. That, like, if you were an asshole, this life you have to experience the other side of how objectively of how other bullies you, right? So looking from the karma point of view is you're meant to be who you are, despite how, like, let's say if people condition you to be who you are, that is your fate. That is, it's meant to be, right? But then also at the same time, if you look from like a alien point of view, it's like, if we do have a reptilian who control our government to teach us school stuff, and they condition us to be that way, then that's not nature. That's a higher being, higher bad being.
We're being manipulated.
We're manipulated, and so people are being manipulated for. And people always ask the question, why would alien manipulate us? Well, because the gray, it sucks on human emotion. So for real, the gray sucks on human emotion. So the more emotion we are, they'll use that. They'll eat that. That's what they feed off. A vibe. It's like a psychic vampire. They feed off your aura. They don't feed off your blood technically. So. Yeah, it's a mess. It could be a conditioned mess. It could be a natural mess. But we are who we are. We can't change that.
Think of it this way. Here's a perfect example of what we see that happens still to this day. A person, let's say a bad person, raise a pet or a dog and treat it like shit, and pretty much they raise it in a way where that dog is vicious and will attack anyone.
Violent.
Right? It's violent. It's abusive. It misbehaves a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does that say? Right? Because if that dog was raised
It's
alone,
nature
it could have
versus
been
nurture.
Yeah, right.
The dog by itself is
naturally
totally
the dog,
fine.
if the dog
Yeah.
was alone by itself, or with a new owner, it would have been raised differently. But
Yeah,
since
condition. Since
the owner
okay,
of that dog is bad,
So
it's
Fizzin' has
raised
a
to the
question
point
for
it's
me.
the opposite, right?
If 5 babies were taken to an island and have Jesus raise them, he would be the only one to raise them on that island, would any of the 5 be an asshole? I don't think you can answer that question. Because people rebel against what they're taught all the time. So there's
what
the
if-
potential
but
that
it's
all 5 could be an asshole.
No, but what if see, they have no idea what an asshole is. They're in an island,
Right.
and Jesus is the only one that's teaching them.
from
They were
baby
raised by
up.
Jesus.
From baby.
With no
Right.
concept of assholeness, with no concept of bullshit stuff.
There's no outside
concept.
influence whatsoever.
Yep.
There's
No
no
outside
outside.
them-
influence.
No
It's just
outside
them and
influence.
Jesus.
They're
Strictly
never going to
them
leave
and
the
Jesus.
island.
No,
They're
never
never
leave
going to
the
leave the
island.
island.
Never.
Okay.
Zero
Then would
influence.
any of the
outside
5
of
of
it.
them be an asshole? I mean, they wouldn't be raised that way, and there wouldn't be any outside influences. So my thought would be no, that they wouldn't be, because they don't
Condition.
have now
There you go.
Human nature in its own is asshole. Like
No.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. We're asshole created by the world that we live in. If you live in a good world, you're gonna be good. You wouldn't even have the concept of being an asshole.
Because there's a concept of adaptation of your environment, right?
You
So
take
if
that
you're-
concept away, you wouldn't have that.
If there was no evil, if there was no anything like that in the world, then no, there would be no.
But
assholes.
why does evil happen? It's because that's the world. That's what people want you to be sometimes.
Because the
evil
universe...
exists because it was created that way.
No, well, I think evil exists for a purpose as well, because it's the world is a duality, is a positive and negative, is a ones and
Yin-yang.
zeros, is binary, yin yang, and all that stuff. So the world it needs a balance. So you can't the good cannot exist without like something worse than it. Like for example, how can you determine if something is good when there's nothing worse to compare it to?
Yeah, there's no such thing as the term good to begin with if there's no bad.
Good exists because bad exists, right?
And bad exists because good exists. You take
Think of it
one or
as,
the
like-
other, it just jump. If you live in a
Because-
world where it's all bad, you wouldn't know what the good is. So
ask yourself this,
would it be
like-
bad? No,
Yeah.
it wouldn't, because that's just the world you live in.
And
Yeah, ask yourself this: why do we have laws? It's because there is bad in the world, and
Why do
laws
we
are
have
there
laws?
laws.
Oh,
L-A,
laws. I thought you said walls.
No, because English is
It
hard.
sounded like walls.
Laws or rules. I'll say rules. Why do I have rules? It's because
Well, laws and rules are two different.
similar
things,
but
kind of.
different. Yeah,
Similar, but
you get
I
the point. You get the point.
I mean, the law says I can't kill that motherfucker over there, but the rule of this house is like I have to take off the shoes. See, that's the difference between
And see, look what
between rules
Fizzin
and
wrote.
laws.
If good people were raptured to a new paradise, would there be asshole in that paradise?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
if-
exactly.
If they carry their consciousness, that asshole consciousness with them,
But if they were good,
If they were good,
if they were assholes,
They're
why
good,
would
then
They
you're
wouldn't
not an
care.
asshole.
yeah.
If you wouldn't be raptured if you were an asshole to begin with.
But would they
Agreed.
bring? But would the
Would
new
they-
reality have assholes?
Yeah. Would
So okay, if we're gonna get deep into this Bible stuff here, so the reason no, because the new heaven and the new earth, right after Satan is thrown down, what?
If good people were
Okay.
raptured to the new,
To a new paradise, would there be
Paradise.
assholes in that paradise? No, because the new world, the new heaven, the new earth is going to be perfect. Evil will no longer exist in that
That's
world.
the point. So why can't this earth be like that?
Exactly. Like a
That's my
reformat.
point. This earth
Right?
could
It
be like
will.
that.
So
See, maybe
it's-
it
will
can.
be. It will
No,
be
if we
at
rewind.
some point.
If we rewind,
If we rewind,
Reformat to zero.
before evil was born,
Reformat to zero. All good.
all
Well,
good.
that's why can't we? Is that it's too. So the new heaven and the new earth is literally the new earth. Like it's going to be this world. And again, this is my,
so
my
basically
point of view.
condition.
It's conditioned. I've been saying it. We've been conditioned to know what bad is.
That's my point.
so by who though? That's the thing.
Exactly. Evil, reptilian, overlord. You name it.
Reptilian.
The Illuminati, the almighty powerful, the all-seeing
All-seeing
eyes.
eye.
So how do those evil exist?
They exist because
The man you
Who
said.
Yeah, they
manipulated them? Who changed? Who conditioned them to be evil?
exactly someone.
And then the other person who's evil, that's conditioning these other people to be evil, that's conditioning us to be evil. Who conditioned them to be evil?
Well, maybe where they come from, that's all they know how. They don't know the good. So when they come here, they injected the condition from where they came from. Like, let's say you go into an asshole planet and you're like the most
Asshole
peaceful
planet.
guy
I'm gonna
ever.
name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name my planet in that game. Asshole planet.
Yeah.
That one game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you go into an asshole planet, but you're a really good guy, and so now you're trying to spread your wisdom, and then some people from the asshole planet be like, oh wow, I never thought of it that way. So then there's duality again. That's how it happens. It's because every planet is different, and you fuse it together, boom. Remember, we have 22 gene splice in us from like 22 different species and aliens and stuff. We're the most advanced creature ever, but we're so dumb we only use 10% of our brain power. So yeah, that.
Yes.
I don't know, man. We use quite a lot.
Really?
This whole podcast right now, collectively, we use like
10%.
No. Let's give ourselves some credit. Let's give ourselves some credit.
At least 4.5.
Each of us is like 5%. Combine that together, that's more than your average human being in the whole world.
25.
25 beings.
25.
We're 25%.
Whisper in there. 30,
We're a quarter there,
30%,
man.
up to 30.
Collectively, we're 25%.
Hell yeah.
5 of us is better than 1 person.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Whisper's asking you, Monkey. Are you? I don't want to mispronounce anyway.
I am just Christian, just non-denominational. I don't ascribe to any denomination. So I don't consider myself Baptist or Lutheran or Methodist or anything. Just Christian.
So is there subcategories under Christian?
There are subcategories of Christianity.
Every time I read the word Jehovah, I always remind me of Genova from Final Fantasy VII.
So yeah, I think Fizzon's trying to answer Whisper's question at 10:45.
10:45.
10:45. One up.
This new paradise after rapture, would it be a paradise?
No,
forever?
one up. One up. 10:45, man. One up.
Is that one
I
down?
don't see time.
No.
Time's a construct.
The question.
He goes, I'm looking at his hand. He's going like this.
Okay, so the question is, you gotta have the question first before you can have the answer. That's why I say go to 10:45.
I don't see time on this. So
just keep going up. There, read that first. Then go to Fizzon.
At this point, despite our best efforts to nurture, surely there's an ancient primal instinct in humans to be deterred from different people, skin color, and perceive danger.
Okay, and then go to Fizzon. There you go.
Ancient primal instinct can be controlled and maintained, but being nurtured evil is evil. Yep. That's right. Well, there was this story. Somebody at work the other day was just so. Okay, this is my story when it comes to this stuff. So I have a little Chihuahua, right? And my wife and I are white, and we have people over to our house from time to time, and they are not always white. She freaks out when anybody other than a white person comes into my house. Okay? So I am terrified. I am terrified that I have raised a racist little Chihuahua. But that's not what it is, and this is why. Because, well, first of all, she's a dog, so
and Chihuahua represent Taco Bell. So she's not racist. She can't be racist.
Right, but
impossible.
She's not familiar with it, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I have a friend that has a baby, and she's kind of very similar, like, white husband, white wife, white grandparents, everybody's white in their lives. They have friends over and they'll be like, here, hold little Jojo or whatever. And it's interesting because if they're black, they freak out, but also if they have a beard, they freak out.
But you have a beard.
I do have a beard. I don't hold the baby because it freaks it out, because that's not what it's used to. That's not what it has grown up around. So does that mean that baby's racist because when a black person holds it, they freak out? Or is my dog a racist?
Well, they don't understand the concept of that too.
Exactly.
They freak out because they don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, they don't.
So
it's not by hate. It's not by hate.
New chipset. New chipset.
Yeah.
Yeah. Evil is definitely a taught thing.
It's a fear or scare reaction, right? It's not by hate.
But fear is good though, because fear is good though, because fears keep you alive. But fear for the wrong reason, that's stupid.
Yeah. Well, the primal, fight or flight instinct and all that.
You also can't live in fear though. Like you can't always fear all the time. Like
the Bible is definitely not an easy read. I definitely agree, Whisper. I've been through it a few times, but too much value has been added to the objective term racism when the term is a reaction at first to different things. Exactly. But we're so quick to throw that word around when it doesn't apply. The problem is there are legitimate, real racists in the world.
Agree.
And that is a disease that needs to be stamped out. There is no call for racism or any of that, and or hate of any human. Like, my Bible preaches you love everybody. everybody, no matter what the tone skin, no matter what the lifestyle, no matter what the gender, no matter what the mindset, you love everybody. And we've gotten so far away from that on both sides of the aisle. If we're talking politics, it's just hate everywhere. And
because hate brings money in this world,
and it thrives.
But and hate brings depression, which helps the big pharma keep going. And, and all this
all the
hate,
anxiety
all these
pills.
Get your damn
pills.
injection, bro.
Exactly.
Well, that's
So
a different
it's
thing, but
like-
yeah.
Blood cloth your ass, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Blood cloth.
Inserts an
Blood
alien in
cloth.
you, man.
Blood cloth, man. That's a thing.
No,
Blood
clot, not cloth.
Cloth,
This
man.
is-
Cloth.
This is
blood.
cloth.
Blood cloth
Cloth.
your ass. Cloth your ass. Fucker.
Inject alien in you.
It's
Yeah.
not cloth, dude.
You don't know any better?
See-
You're
Dude,
white.
it's
Check your
clot.
privilege.
I'm the
Clot. C-L-O-T. Clot. Not
Yeah.
cloth.
Just because
What
you've
the-
said it, it doesn't mean it's true, buddy.
What?
Subjective. Objective.
What?
It's a,
That's at least 3 syllable.
Yeah.
I think while King Min said Monkey should check his privilege, I think King Min should check the dictionary.
Nah, man. I don't believe in the dictionary. I only
The
believe
dictionary
in
is man-made.
Because
I only believe in the
Mandela changed
first
the
word of
dictionary,
that.
right?
Oh man, but no, so what I was saying is like we've the racism that is truly out there needs to be eradicated, but we've labeled everybody as a racist now. And so that word has no meaning anymore.
Yeah.
And
It's hard
the
to-
real racists are loving it because they can hide behind the fact that everyone's a racist now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here's the thing too, Monkey. Like let's just say if I'm people of color, which I am, right? And if I break into your house, right, and try to rob you or harm you in any way, right? And then if
Right.
the cops come, I can use that against you. I'll be like, no, I was just walking, but this will drag me in here. And then the cop, does he believe me or does he believe you? Depending on what city you live in, what side you live in,
And
you
the
know?
best part, the media is
Yeah.
gonna spin it in some way.
Yeah, so,
I love
Media
that
was gonna
sort of
say
agenda.
this racist
people-
white man named Monkey.
yeah, exactly. So people, it sucks because people can use that. It's the whole she says he says thing. Like depending on where you live, it's either one or
Right, so,
No
it
matter
sucks.
what the situation is, there's always miscommunication.
Yeah,
Like, he says,
it sucks.
He says, she says.
Okay, let's back up real quick. What's
Let's
this?
go back to Whisper here.
Um,
So, our personal opinion, and we may be wrong. First of all, it's your opinion, so it's not wrong.
Yeah.
Is that true racism is when you perceive yourself to be of a superior race or for whatever reason, but prejudice is not always based on racial superiority. Agreed. Yeah, if you think and so as a Christian, right? Christians are some of the most broken, messed up people that you're going to meet because we need Jesus more. Racism is when you reject skin color. Wait, pull that back up.
What?
Yeah.
Or embrace selective skin color and they see color over the person. Exactly. Like, but if Fizzin made me lose my track of thought. Plus, we've been going for almost 2 hours, so my brain's starting to melt.
Well, we've been talking about deep shit.
Oh, racial superiority. Yeah, it's I don't know. It just so I remember Christians are some of the most broken people. We need God and Jesus in our lives, and we acknowledge that. That's why we are Christians, is because we acknowledge that we're broken, messed up people. That is going to piss off a lot of Christians, by the way, what I just said. Not that any of them watch, but that would make them mad because I had someone address me the other day as a proud Christian, and I'm like, no, I am not proud. Like, to me,
What does
that's
that even
like,
mean?
I'm a Christian. I'm better
Yeah,
than
that's
you.
just
I'm
a privilege
Christian.
thing.
I'm
Yeah.
not better than anyone. I'm not better than Ted Bundy or.
But you are the perfect husband. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, man. I'm no better than any of these people. Anybody.
He's no better than Jason
you guys.
Voorhees.
I'm no better than Jason Voorhees if he were real. Yeah.
So how come
and
Christianity have like different divisions or
Yeah,
different,
it's
subgroups?
that's
I'm actually
confusing.
curious.
Aren't they all from the same book? So why do there's different like?
Yeah,
Like-
branches.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
no joke, I'm actually curious.
Because Christians are messed up people, and we're all working on it. We're all trying to be better people, but there's things that people take in the Bible as fact that other people don't agree with. I mean, there's churches that have split over the fact that if Adam, the first man, if he had a belly button or not. Churches have split over that.
That's weird.
And it's like, why does that
It's so
matter?
mundane. Yeah.
So you have certain I can't think of I can't remember what they're called right now, but like Baptists tend to be extremely strict. Then you have other denominations, that's it. You have other ones that think like music is wrong. So all they will do, they'll sing, but they won't have any instruments. Then you have churches like mine where we have a full-on band every Sunday, but that would make this other group super uncomfortable and think that we're not Christians. So they split off into their own group, and they're still Christians, but we have all these different sects and all the sects, not what you thought, King Mean.
Okay.
S.
Bonnie Tyler, baby, Bonnie Tyler.
It's just all these different divisions, and it's the splitting of the church, and it overall has weakened us. And that's what, like when Whisper said, which one of these do you, which one are you? And
Fall
it's
under,
it's like I don't believe there should be any of that. I think we should all just be Christians, because it divides us and it makes us, the superiority of, well, my version of Christianity is better than yours. And it's like,
because I understand the concept. It's just that it's funny to me. It's funny because like the Bible teaches you about love and having to love everybody, right? And yet the religion itself, Christianity, there's different groups.
It confuses the outsider. Like, we're outsiders, so it confuses us.
So my point of view, I'm looking at that like, you guys are all about love and showing support of God.
Are you fighting among each other?
Why are you guys fighting among each other? Why are you guys playing politics?
Because we're sinful humans and we're not perfect. That's why. I mean, that's what it boils down to. It's the influence of Satan on. I mean, he messes with Christians just like he does everybody else. And the more he keeps us divided, the weaker we are.
There's a lot of divide going on.
And it goes all the way back
like
to the beginning of
world.
time. There's anyone can have the same belief, but there's always going to be
what are those Christian that knock on your door and like they're usually hot ladies and like well dressed? I love them.
Those are Mormons. Okay, so not to
those girls are hot, by the way. It's no joke. Like I'm impressed.
Real talk, man.
I'm impressed. Nice.
They have great aspect. They have great aspects.
They show good quality.
Their assets is good.
Assets good.
Anyways, go ahead. What Mormons? Okay, I know. I used to have a friend that's Mormons.
Mormons are more of a cult. They've tried to change the fact that, like, so the Bible, Christians believe the Bible was written through men, inspired by God. So it's God's word, right?
Right.
And like Moses found the 10 Commandments, he was given to him by God, and
he is badass.
All that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Whereas Mormons, one of their like foundations is that this guy named Joseph Smith found a white salamander
sounds
came
familiar.
down from heaven and told him where the Book of Mormon was like buried in the side of a mountain.
Oh, I never even knew that story. That's pretty
well,
epic.
that's because they've gone away from that story.
Oh,
because
it's different now.
Insane. Yeah. So,
I like that story better.
I know it's kind of cool, but here's the thing about Christianity: the Bible has been around for thousands of years, and it has never changed. There's
except for a Mandela effect.
Except for Mandela, which
as a universal thing,
the Mandela effect. Like the Bible has stayed, and the story of the Bible has stayed the same throughout history. Whereas something like Mormonism, they're like, oh no, just kidding, that's not really how it was, and they try to portray themselves as Christians, but they really aren't, in my opinion. Jehovah's Witness, those are also people that come to your door. They're a little bit more leaning towards a Christian, but they still, there's still
a little side of salamander on the side. Yeah,
a little salamander on the side. Whereas, you have your Lutherans, your Methodists, your Baptists, your evangelicals, your conservative, you've got all these other, those are more mainstream Christian that argue and have difference of opinion on certain things, but overall believe the Bible from front to back. And then like Catholicism, being a Catholic, they believe that they pray to Mary. They worship Mary, and they have the whole priest thing, which is not biblical. But Catholicism is as close to Christianity as you're going to get without being a Christian.
Gotcha.
I mean, and I think there are Catholics that truly are Christians. I find it hard to believe that there are Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses that are, because, like I said, they're more kind of a cult kind of side of
that's the one King Mean want to go to. Right?
Yeah. So
like Mormonism believes like when you die you get a planet full of virgins and stuff like that.
So I was gonna bring my friend.
You're like sold.
Hold on. My friend was a Mormon back in high school. He loves guns, and supposedly they can marry with like infinite amount of wives or some shit like that. Is that true?
Yeah. They do believe in polygamy, and I think that's the right word.
I think so.
Yeah, multiple wives and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that they've tried to kind of pull back on to be like, but that
little culty over here, little culty.
Little too culty on this side.
That's why I believe my faith is, and my version of my religion is the true one, because it never changes. You know. And I think that's a pretty important thing when it comes to religion. If you're changing your mind every 3 seconds on what's true and what's not, how do you know what to believe?
That's the thing.
I mean, that's when it comes down to it, it's fate, right? Like that's your whole guy's message is fate, like faith. Yeah. Not fate, but faith. Yeah. Faith. Sorry, I got lit.
With the 8. Yeah, it's like me trying to say law.
Yeah. So yeah, that's your belief in a nutshell. Again, the white salamander. I've never even heard of that storyline. That's brand new to me. How do we know the white salamander is not like the burning bush? Like it's a message.
Because well, it's also scientific fact that Joseph Smith was pretty much always high on cocoa. On Cocoa Bear.
Cocoa Bear. That makes you go crazy.
So
I kind of want to visit this Joe guy.
We're going full circle. Back to the whole Coco stuff.
White salamander, baby.
I get it now.
Yeah. So Whisper said a bit ago, we feel Monkey is a big picture Christian. He has his own values, and that's cool, but he gets it. Are we correct at presuming that? I try to be a big picture. I mean,
it's a big picture guy.
Yeah, I try to. I would like to think I am. And I just and Whisper, if you ever experienced any hate or anything from a Christian or a Christian group, just please know that is not a real representation of us, and I so apologize if that's ever happened to you. Or anyone else that's watching this, any hate that you've ever experienced from any kind of Christian or any kind of Christian group, that is just not what we are. That is not who we are, and that is not a true representation. And I'm so sorry for any of that. I wish I could take it all back.
That's the same for other religion as well, like Buddhism. Like, well, Buddhism technically isn't a religion, but some culture, like my culture, where Buddha, we treat it like a religion, even though it's not. But anyways, long story short, it's the same. Like, we have asshole on our side too, and like it comes down to that humanity side. It sucks. Like, you could be any religion that's good. The goodest of religion, you still have asshole that will try to put you down, you know. In the end,
it always seemed like the more extreme side is always taking over.
Yeah,
and then giving a bad name to the truer, more genuine side.
Because the truer, genuine side doesn't make money. The lie and the deceit makes money. That's why it always ends up that way.
Whisper wanted to know if I've seen Russell Crowe's Noah. To be honest, I tend to stay away from anything Christian.
Oh God! Don't watch Exodus. Exodus is the worst movie ever made.
I don't like Exodus.
So I do tend to stay away from most Hollywood Christian things. That being said, it's not Hollywood, but there is a really awesome show out there called The Chosen, and it kind of it goes through like the apostles and the people that follow Jesus the closest, and their calling and everything. Now, that's not really a Hollywood show or anything like that, but that's an excellent show. That's a great show if you want to kind of see behind the scenes stuff. Now, it's not 100% like word for word what's in the Bible, and some people have issues with that because people are going to have issues, but it's pretty.
It's not Bible accurate.
Well, they take some liberties, but you have to, because it's like if you're going to make something entertaining to get people, it's to get, and you want your message to get out there, and you want people to watch it. You can't read the Book of Deuteronomy, which is
I don't even know what that is.
It's the 5th book of the Bible, and it's just like so and so had this child, who had this child, who had this. That's literally all it is.
Oh,
like,
so it's like a it's like a yeah.
And I mean, it has its purpose is to show the line that went to Jesus and all that. But it's like if you make a movie called Deuteronomy, nope, I won't even sign up to watch that one.
What was that thing when you test your blood and Ancestry.com? It's basically that.
Pretty much,
yeah, okay.
Whisper said, dude, as a gay Christian, I get it. My people are able to be Christian and have human nature. We're totally cool. Noah's like the only one page made into over a 2-hour movie.
Damn.
He has a decent chunk of Genesis, but yeah.
Damn,
well,
it's a 2-hour podcast though.
You know what's cool about this channel though? It's like despite nobody watches this channel, like it's cool to see like Whisper and and sometimes you get folks to drop by that has a good conversation. I rather have that one person who have a good conversation with us than 1,000 meaningless people just for clout.
Or just asking to react to garbage.
It's like Echo Chamber. I don't like Echo Chamber. I like Real Talk, and that's why our show is called Real Talk. Like, it's cool because like this is the only show I know online that's like
exactly Whisper, man. We have 47K subs. Where's everyone? Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Something we've been saying for forever.
Hey, Chloe checked in as well as your Lord.
Hey, Chloe, what's up?
I didn't say anything this podcast, but I was listening to everything. I just didn't talk much because, for one, I can't type that fast, and it's like 1 a.m. and my brain is buffering. Well, we appreciate you hanging around watching, Chloe. You guys are why we do this.
Yeah,
and we hope you come back and we can continue having these chats. We've been doing them pretty consistently every Thursday, but we're a little chaotic with our.
Look at the time, everybody! Look at the time. 11:11. That's God. That's God's number. And some people, that's ascension number. 11:11 is a positive number.
Okay.
Positive number.
Yes.
I believe you.
Amen.
It's true. 11:11 is a thing.
Objectively.
That's God's saying, wrap it
up. Time is money.
Oh man, well, I do got to work in the morning, and I'm sure some of you too.
No, I'm on vacation the whole week.
I'm done.
Shut up.
I'm on weekend.
But yeah, you're right.
The rules of life, man. It requires money to live.
Yeah.
Know this. Our channel impacts. I don't know what call in mean by you, Lord.
No call-ins. Oh,
I don't know what call-ins are.
We don't have a phone number to call. You can just type your question.
You can just type. Yeah, you can just type here, and we're always like what, Monkey? Like every Thursday around 8 or 9ish, we'll be on.
Usually. Pacific time.
Well, 8 Pacific Standard Time. Pacific Standard Time.
Oh man, you just gave away where we are.
It doesn't matter.
Pacific Standard Time is general West Coast.
It's general West Side.
West Side.
Yeah. West Side.
Is that still a thing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Still, we are West Side.
No, it's cool. I just want to say my piece. It's like again, we go back to that. It's like a lot of channel, like when they do this, they get hits and stuff, and again, it's all about echo chamber, and they get paid a lot of money to just talk. We obviously don't get any of that. We don't. Sometimes there's generous people who will donate here and there, and that's nice.
But it's like,
But
that's
we
the
don't
very
we don't really expect that anymore. We just kind of, the reason why we do this show is
I
just
mean,
so
not
we
anymore. It's more like we never really expected.
We never
it.
really
It just
expected
happens.
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. So we actually just do this show just so the five of us could just
Could
talk and
talk-
It's
communicate.
just five guys
Basically,
chilling
just
and
let our
chatting,
thoughts
man, you know?
Let's
go
our
out.
thought, because sometimes you have stuff bottled up in your thoughts in your mind and you want it to let it out, and the best way to do it is with five people that you can trust to be around with, despite the different personality clash, despite the different religious clash. See, it doesn't matter. We all get along because that's just who we are as people.
It's what we do.
We want
That's
to
what we
hear
do.
more. We want to
Support
hear
the
more
artists.
opinion.
That's what we
We want to hear more opinions from other folks, right? And sometimes you get like people like Whisper, and as I was saying earlier, that like could fully just communicate and just try to understand where we're coming from, and give your insight. We give you our insight, and things happen.
Stuff.
Yeah,
Man,
But
we
that's
didn't
how-
even talk. Go ahead.
yeah.
No,
that's-
go finish your thought. I
was done. My thought was done. Oh, I was done. I need to do some VR, so
Oh, jeez. Your brain is gonna fall out of your butt one day because you're too much. So Whisper, just to give you a little background on our channel, we got started several years ago as a K-pop reaction channel, and we just kind of have grown from there.
And then we
that's
try to
where the
do other
majority-
stuff.
We tried doing other
Yeah, the
things,
majority
so,
of our
yeah.
subs came from the K-pop days, which we still do every once in a while, but we've kind of grown, matured, and done some other stuff. And we have a few original projects we're working on and things like that. So
Oh yeah.
that's where the majority of those subs came from. So when we kind of stopped reacting as much, the fan base kind of has dwindled. There's still a few of them around, like Chloe. Chloe's one of our OGs.
To answer the question though, we would still be honest and passionate and genuine about
Exactly.
what we talk about and believe in, even if there's no money involved
not,
or
yeah.
not. It doesn't matter, because
money
honestly,
is just a perk. It's
we
just a
were actually
benefit.
we were actually more of a hit before when we do live stream. There's a lot of people, lots of donation, lots of stuff, but I think it's because of our honesty that keeps people away. That like they don't want to like come in anymore.
The more you're honest and the more you talk about like deep conversation like this, people lose interest and just walk away.
Nobody wants to.
And
nobody-
even though we're
not
losing
always
views,
this serious.
even though we're losing views on our podcast and mostly some of our other videos and stuff, we're still doing the same stuff. We're still doing the same stuff we always been doing.
Even nowadays, even when we're like clowning around and stuff, just poking fun at each other, still people won't like come in and bother anymore.
Whisper, I get that a lot.
It's just not something
in
they're
fact,
interested in.
A lot of people think I've heard. I used to run karaoke at some bars locally.
He looked
here, and
like that
people think-
NSYNC guy.
Yeah, NSYNC, Joey Fatone. I get
Hell
that
yeah.
all the time.
That's
I'm not
you.
Joey Fatone.
Are you?
I'm not Joey Fatone. I promise I'm not.
Okay.
Monkey
My
is
house-
Monkey is actually living a double life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
secretly.
So when
NSYNC
he's
Joey Fatone.
so when he's
Surprise!
here, he's pretending to be someone he's not.
Yeah.
You guys have had a celebrity guest this whole entire time.
Every
That's what I
day.
do. Yeah.
Every day.
Bye, 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 bye. See, there you go. Bonafide. Bonafide.
I'm
Joey
actually
Fatone.
JT in disguise with a lot of tan and fucked up teeth,
Oh man, I don't
fucked
know
up
about
eyes.
that.
no
It
hair.
happens, man. It happens.
Oh man, no ramen.
That's reality. That's real talk.
That's real talk.
Yeah.
You gotta
So,
accept who you are.
We should probably wrap.
We should-
It's
yeah, we
almost
should probably
2.5
wrap. We're
hours
good.
in, and, yeah, but thank you so much everybody for watching. Whisper, Chloe, Yerk Lord, Kelsey earlier, Misty. when you
Misty
checked
for like
in.
a second. Yep.
Everybody else that is watching this later, however many of you there are, please come back and watch us again. Hang out with us. We love talking with all you guys. That's why we're doing this, and we hope to talk to you soon. Later.
Peace.
Later.